Salute. What's good, my people? Salute to my TWT family. What's going on? What's going on? Jelly Bean, salute, bro. Appreciate you for sliding through. Tay Tay, appreciate you, Queen. Salute to you. TWT family. Got a few things we gonna talk about, man. Gotta talk about well, yeah, bro. I don't waste no time. I get right to it. Right to it. Lady Do, appreciate you. Don't work too hard out there. Quick, sis, what's going on? Appreciate you for sliding through. How y'all feeling? EST, salute, bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling, bro? Gonna get into it, man. We got a few things we gonna chop it up about, man. Combat Tool Bag, salute, my bro. What's good with you? Appreciate you sliding through. How y'all feeling, man? How's the family feeling? It's good morning, man. And we got a few things we're gonna talk about. One of them being Conor Benn and Chris Eubank and their situation, and how I think either Eubank is putting on a hell of an act, or he really underestimating Conor Benn. And you could see it in how he's going about his business. I mean, if they fighting, I believe it's the 8th. You would think this dude would be locked in and focused instead of eating dessert and celebrating and shit like that. And then part of me feel like he ain't taking this fight serious. And I think as a result, he gonna find himself in some trouble against this young boy, because Conor Benn coming to win. That's the difference, man. I don't know. You've been doing a lot of posturing and too much playing for me. And I think it's gonna pour over into the fight. He's gonna find himself in deep waters against this young boy. Conor Benn gonna fuck around and get the upset, especially if he the underdog. I'm gonna play this clip of Conor Benn. Not Conor Benn, Chris Eubank out celebrating, man, and pretty much just look like he fucking over this opportunity. Like he not taking it serious enough, and I just can't rock with it. Like I said, unless he putting on a hell of a show, and this don't look good going into a fight like this where you got to cut weight.
The reason is because I've got all pictures on my laptop, on my phone. And then you let me how much the next
60%, baby.
Well, tell me when to finish. 60%. Tell me when to finish.
No, I went to the Middlesex.
Yeah, London.
That is.
And y'all see that right there. He out there celebrating his birthday. Now, ain't nothing wrong with celebrating your birthday. Salute to everybody in the building. Y'all smash that like button on the way in. Mike Biggs, what's good with it, my bro? How you feeling, bro? Man, I don't know what y'all think about this Eubank situation, man. Y'all think he taking Conor Benn lightly? Because I think so. Y'all already eating desserts, and he had like 2 desserts at that. And y'all see that 60% that he had etched in the plate in some type of chocolate or something that you could eat. But he basically saying he feel like he only got to be 60% of himself to go in there and beat Conor Benn. And I think that's where I have a problem with that. I think that could be a grave mistake if he really underestimating that young boy like that. Because unlike Chris Eubank, Conor Benn don't play with his food. He come to hurt you, and if you can't hang with him, he gonna get you out of there. And he's a much improved fighter from the first half of his career to now. MP, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, Brody? So like my thought process is if you're gonna go into this fight, especially when you gotta cut weight, you might want to take it a lot more serious than what you're doing. And for him to be playing the way he's doing, it's just not a smart move, man. You putting on for the people, but it's gonna end up biting him in his ass, I think, because like I said, Conor Benn, the difference is this dude is chiseled. I don't know if y'all been keeping up with anything Conor Benn been doing, but he damn sure ain't playing with Chris Eubank. He taking his opportunity very seriously. And I think and he even said as much. He said Chris Eubank is delusional. You know what I mean? If he think he's just gonna come in there and walk through him. And it seemed like that's the way he treating it. Like I think he really sleeping on this dude. And you already had, you know, Chris Eubank Sr. talking about how you gonna pull him out of the fight. Why would you pull him out of the fight when they already signed and agreed to everything? You saying you worried about the weight cut being dangerous, but your son doing this type of shit though.
What way? The reason is because I've got all pictures on my laptop, on my phone. And then you let me how Matt doing that.
60%, baby.
Well, tell me when to finish.
60%.
Tell me when to finish.
No, I went to BENAVIDEZ.
Yeah, London.
That is.
And do that look like a dude that look like he worried about cutting weight and look like he worried about a weight cut being dangerous and stuff like that? He ain't worried about it at all. He obviously, you know, he's very comfortable. He's very cocky right now. Yeah, that's Chris Eubank, Mike Biggs, and he eating dessert. And you see that 60% that he got on the plate right there and yelling out 60%.
The reason is because I've got all pictures on.
He really pushing that he only needs to be 60% to be able to beat Conor Benn. I think he making a big mistake with that, because even him at 100%, the gap in skill level is not a substantial gap. It's not a very wide margin. You get what I'm saying? Like he could think what he want, but the gap in skill level is not that great a gap for him to be able to afford to come in there at 60% and expect him to be able to beat Conor Benn. And this whole notion, you must think you just gonna walk through him if you thinking all you got to do is let work out and be 60% of yourself. I think that's pretty stupid. No, that's Eubank. That's Eubank. My bad. That's Eubank. If I mixed them up, that's definitely Eubank. Mike Biggs in there. He's celebrating his birthday. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with that. But the problem I have with it is you talking about you only need to be 60%. You really doubling down. You got it etched in the plate. I think you taking this a bit far, man. I think it's going to backfire. Kurt, what's good with it, Kurt? Appreciate you for sliding through, bro. My bro, 7T, what's good with it, T? My TWT family in the building. I'm going to have to get a flame, too, man. I ain't got no flame. I'm going to have to get some flames for my family. But, yeah, man, as Eubank fucking around again and not taking shit serious, and he already do too much posturing as it is. You know, his father used to do a lot of posturing too, but he following in his footsteps, and he might be taking it a bit too far right now. I think this whole notion of, like, one would think if you talking about 60%, either you just, you know, talking shit or you really serious. And I don't know. I don't know. You last time I seen you was eating KFC. You know what I'm saying? This time you eating hella dessert. You know what I'm saying? You eat two different desserts with 60%, you know what I mean, sketched in the plate, as if that's how you coming. So and I don't know if anybody's seen Conor Benn, but the last picture I seen of him, that dude chiseled, looking like he ready for war right now. You know what I'm saying? He look like he ready right now. If he had to fight tomorrow, he probably could do it. Ashley's corner, salute, Queen. Appreciate you for stopping through. You know what I mean? Conor Benn said he just sparred 10 rounds while someone's having daddy issues. That was his little shot that he took at Chris Eubank. And you know the reason he said that is because his father talking about he gonna pull him out of the fight because of the weight cut. But again, I'm gonna keep making this point, because I ain't crazy. It just don't seem like this dude taking this shit serious enough. A1, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, bro? He ain't taking this shit serious, man. He ain't.
What way? The reason is because I've got all pictures on my laptop, on my phone. And then you let me how Matt doing that.
60%, baby.
Well, tell me when to finish. 60%. Tell me when to finish.
No, I went to BENAVIDEZ.
Yeah, London.
You hear the yes men in the back. You hear the yes men in the back egging it on. I hope y'all be there ringside when Conor Benn fuck around and starch his ass for playing games like that, not taking this shit serious. I'm a firm believer in that. You half-ass. If you fuck over your training camp and get in there and just think you gonna walk through them. I think you sadly mistaken. And you thought the same shit with George Groves, and George Groves went in that ring and whooped your ass, had you bloody looking crazy in there. I'm telling you, Conor Benn could do the same shit. You sleeping. This dude hungry, he motivated, and he want to win. You already took an L. You're more than one. You know what I'm saying? He not trying to lose. He coming in there to fight, and you coming in there playing. Your mentality says so. Like, you could be that. Maybe that could just be a 52 fake out, but I don't know, man. Part of me feel like that's really how you gonna be on it. And I hope you know it ain't gonna be no excuses when you get fuck around and let this young boy whoop your ass. Because the story is gonna read that you got beat up by 147 pounder. You let a fucking welterweight beat you up, and you fought as high as super middleweight before. And these dudes is fucking weird. Like taking shots at EJ. Oh, you know I was getting to that, bro. They weak as hell. Yeah, that shit weak, bro. Neglecting the fact that this motherfucking interview got skeletons too, but Bill whole ass ain't been relevant since the 90s anyway. You know it. No, he gonna get on his ass. I'm just wondering what the EJ hate be about. Like the way he spoke about that situation, he just made light of it. And I can't respect it. Dave, what's good with it, Dave? Salute to you, bro. Appreciate you sliding through. Salute to the UK. Where that shit at? Yeah, A1. He you know, on that whole shit as normal, per usual, taking shots at EJ. To me, that's what it sounded like to me. Anyway. I mean, I'm gonna play this little clip. Y'all gonna see what it sound like to y'all. Ricky Williams, what's good with it, bro? Giving Ben too much credit. You think so? I think I'm giving. Let me put this in perspective. For me, I'm giving Ben the credit right now because I think he's taking it more serious. You get what I'm saying? I like his train of thought. I like how he really focused. Every time you see him, he locked in. He putting in that work. What's good with it, Rick? He putting in that work. And he taking this shit serious. Meanwhile, I don't know if you seen. I ain't gonna play the whole clip again, but you got Chris Eubank doing shit like this.
The reason is because I've got all pictures on my laptop, on my phone, and then you left me how much the next.
And you know he's supposed to be cutting weight. And last time I seen him before this, he was eating KFC. This time he eating desserts. He done doubled up on the desserts, and he doubling down on this whole notion that he only need to be 60% to beat Conor Benn. And I think that's where he making a mistake. So that's where I'm going with this. That's why I'm giving Ben more credit in this situation, because he going about his business in a professional manner. I feel like Chris Eubank might be making a mistake if he's sleeping on this young kid. I think he fuck around and get starched. He better come to fight, because you know he already played with his food. I think it was his last fight. What was it? Liam Williams that he fought? Knocked dude down 3-4 times and never knocked him out. Talking about you ain't want to knock him out. Been playing too much. Been beating retirees. yeah, I know that. But again, understand where I'm going with this, Rick. I'm not saying Chris Eubank can't beat a Conor Benn, but I'm saying if his mentality is really what he's saying it is, like far as I don't need to be 100% to beat you. You get what I'm saying? Like Chris Eubank at 60%, I think get beat up by Conor Benn. You get what I'm saying? I think he'll get beat up at 60%. So that's where I'm going with it. I'm like, man, and you doubling down, and it could just be showman shit. You know what I mean? He could just be talking, but he is playing a lot, and I don't like it. I would like to see him take this shit a bit more serious, because like I said, Conor Benn coming to fuck him up. Boots too. Like you said, Boots fight old niggas. And again, I always said it. Conor Benn need to step up. This would be a good step up for him, right? Y'all think so? I think Chris Eubank Jr. be a good step up for Conor Benn. Y'all don't think so, man? I'm telling you, I think I might rock with Conor Benn in this situation, just because I feel like he taking this shit. There go the family. I think Conor Benn is taking this shit more serious. Like I said, he said he just sparred 10 tough rounds while somebody's sitting around with daddy issues, man. Listen to these dudes. Like an uncle and a nephew. So yeah, man. Just not to keep harping on that too long. I just wanted to say that, speak on that just slightly. I wanted to touch on that. If he ain't taking this fight serious, he could find himself probably being upset, because he probably be the favorite in this fight. You know what I'm saying? But I do like Conor Benn approach. I like his mentality. I like the energy he putting out. And the message he putting out is that he ain't playing with this dude. He coming to win. And again, the whole reason I got here is because you got one being serious and the other one fucking around. Why I brought this up? Because you got the father talking about a weight cut, but you and your son need to get on the same accord because you worrying about a weight cut. Your son eating desserts and shit with 60% printed on the plate. You know what I mean? Talking about 60%, baby, 60%. All right, go in that ring 60% with that young boy and get your ass, get them hands put on you. That's what I'm saying. If you ain't going to take it serious, he going to get his ass upset. That's what I'm thinking. But again, if it's just showmanship, then it is what it is. But I'm still going to call it out because, again, that weight cut shit shouldn't even be an issue, especially when he fucking around like that. First, it was a bucket of KFC. Now it's the double. He doubling down on desserts and shit like that. Boots will fight old niggas. Y'all tell me you can beat Errol. If people do say that, T, I ain't gonna lie. Bruce guys, salute OG. Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, OG? OG. Let me turn my camera on, y'all. My bad. You putting the camera on. He said Ben not legit till he comes across the pond. I've been said that though. I had a conversation about that. Was saying why won't he come across the pond? And you know what I'm saying, get some of that work, get some of the work over here. But I think we know why Eubanks want to make weight, pay him, and he be comfy. Eubanks want to make weight, pay him, and he be comfy. I don't know, man. Eubanks, he better want to make weight. I tell you that. He fucking around. That's where I'm at with it. I'm of the belief if you're gonna play like that, you're gonna find yourself getting sparked. And I'm gonna love it. Skills, Mr. New Orleans in the flesh. What's good with it, my bro? What's good with you, man? Yeah, I never said Boots can beat EJ. Yeah, you mean like fighting Keith or Porter? Who that for Conor? I gotta talk about the Conor Benn. Hold on, I'm gonna get to this clip too. I almost forgot. What shot? What's good with it, Skills? What's good with it, my bro? Boots beat niggas at 140. Yes, aka Sergey Lipinets. Sergey, his best win, a 140 nigga. Boots. I feel you. And he said, I was just about to say, let me see you, listen to you, look at you. Appreciate you in the super chat. Better get back to work. So just say you want some dessert. Dang, yeah, it did look all right. Rick. I ain't gonna lie, the dessert did look all right, didn't it? It looked a little decent.
The reason is because I've got all pictures on my laptop, on my phone, and then you left me.
We do smoke, you know. But yeah, my whole thing was I'm standing on that though. And again, this could be showmanship. Maybe he just talking shit. Maybe he just trying to show that. Maybe, you know what I mean? Maybe he just want to rock Conor Benn to sleep, but I don't think he's going to do that. My whole thing is if he really not taking this fight serious because he think that he's so much better than Conor Benn, I think he's wrong. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying Conor Benn is so good, but I think what he lack in skill, he could make up for in effort with the right opponent. You get what I'm saying? That's just what it is with Conor Benn. I ain't saying he's some world beater or something like that, but I'm saying as the fight pertains to them two, I don't think Chris Eubank is so good and so much better than Conor Benn where he could just afford to go in there and be 60% or less than 100% playing around and win this fight. I don't think he's that much better than him because he going to have a fight on his hands. I like how Boots look. He got a nice beard or something. He's stupid, yo. Oh, man. You a fool, man. It was good with your man. Skills. Yeah, so again, man, that's where I'm at with that. But I ain't going to stay on that too long. But I also wanted to bring up Bill Bellamy. He has something to say about Errol. I don't know what it is with these celebrities. When they're in front of Terrence Crawford, they immediately jump on this dude's dick. I don't know what this be, but they'd just say anything at the time when he in front of him.
Jr., who seems slightly so Errol Spence Jr., who seems slightly crazy. Don't he seem like he kind of wild or something? Am I bugging? It is a little wild, a little bit. You seem more reserved, like you got, your head together. Errol might be in the strip club, drive a car 150 miles an hour, flip out of it, and still go to Whole Foods. I don't know. I don't see that in your future. I see like you keep yourself.
Yeah, he keep himself. Man, get off Terrence Crawford dick. You made light of the fact that this dude got into a car accident. I don't see how that's even shit that people still bring up. Throw himself out of the car, still go to Whole Foods. I don't even know what that means, Bill Bellamy. That was a joke. It wasn't a good one. But your hating ass, you talking about Terrence Crawford seemed like he got it more together. And why the fuck we ain't got this fight if he got his head more together? They always hate, bro, at the top, man. I'm telling you, yo. And it's funny. It's easy to take them shots like that. I always say this. It's easy to go left like that with EJ because he's never in front of y'all dudes. Y'all know he don't want to do no interview with you. You don't even watch boxing like that. You spent that interview talking about going to middleweight. It ain't middleweight. Terrence Crawford ain't going to no damn middleweight. Middleweight is 160. You meant junior middleweight? He might not even go up there. You making it seem like he could just go up there. You talking about we're going to manifest this. Can we say 4? Can we say 4 times? Like, no, we can't say 4 times. You know why we can't say 4 times? Because he ain't got 4 yet. No, we can't say that. Get your ass out of here hating and shit. Earl, you just seem a bit wild. Am I bugging? You looking for people to co-sign you being a sucker. That's how bad people be suckers nowadays, man. You looking for somebody to co-sign. Neither of them dudes there yet. That's all I'm saying. Oh, you talking about Conor Benn and no. That wasn't my thing though. I'm not saying he there yet. I'm saying straight and just tell me, y'all could disagree with this. Tell me, y'all think the gap between Conor Benn and Chris Eubank is so, such a big gap where this dude could come in there and half-ass and still beat him, especially at 60%, as he calling it. That's why I called that out. I'm like, maybe it's just showmanship, but I think part of me feel like he really might think he that good because Chris Eubank was telling him to his face, like, you delusional. This whole thought that you gonna just get in there and run through me, he said you a bit delusional, man. This dude, the whole bitch was saying that. Like, the nigga what's the point of saying that though? Like, what's the relevance of it? Old bum ass nigga, motherfucker ain't been in the movie since being played. Not a movie that counted, not one that counted. That's all I'm saying. Like, them shots that they be taking be weak. Like, I came across that, I'm like, what? Because some people think that's funny. When you going for Terrence Crawford, that might be funny, but to me, I think it's weak. I think it's the low hanging fruit. Like, talk about what he did since that car crash. Like, the stop right there, we already know what your intent is. You slighting him to make Terrence Crawford feel better so you could, bond with him. Yeah, I guess you wanted a friend in boxing, but you need to learn your boxing because Terrence Crawford will never fight at middleweight, in my opinion. And the very next weight class up ain't middleweight. Get your weight classes right, Bill. That you sound like a dick sucker. I was waiting for him to slip, and I know he was eating dick up there talking about middleweight. He not going to no middleweight. Not fighting that Charlo. You talking about 54? Go ahead and fight Charlo then. Go fight somebody at this point. Yeah, he was up there. He was up there stroking Terrence Crawford ego. He trying to make a boxing friend. I think these dudes really be scared of Crawford, man. You look like you really got it together. I don't know. Errol Spence, he's a little wild, ain't he? Is it me? Yeah, bugging. He looking for people to co-sign him being a sucker, yo. You can't make this shit up, man. You can't make this shit up, yo. And then the fight that we'll never get. I had to bring this up because I keep saying people making I don't know if they putting words in Canelo's mouth. I can't find clips where he exactly saying this shit about David Benavidez and knocking him out. But I'm just saying, like, since you injured and you ain't gonna be back till 2023, won't you just? I hope you come back to fight him. Ain't nobody bringing up Bud and house situation with his woman and shit. That's what I'm saying. I don't get it because when they bring that stuff up, it's not about boxing at that point. That's why I even brought it up. It's like I ain't coming to EJ defense, but I'm just more so pointing out the weird shit people be on when they're in the presence of Terrence Crawford. It's always, let me throw EJ under the bus to make this dude feel good. You get what I'm saying? Certain dude, look at the Hall of Famers and how all of them dudes behaved in the presence of Terrence Crawford. Nobody even gave EJ no type of credit. That shit just was weird to me. It's weird that all these dudes really rooting against this man like that. Because it ain't got shit. It never got nothing to do with boxing, bro. Never, yeah. That's why I'm like, damn, what the hell be wrong with y'all? I mean, it's horrible matchmaking. You know. Oh, you talking about Conor and Eubank? I just feel like for me, I think Conor Benn is gonna take this shit very serious. You know what I'm saying? I think we got a chance of seeing at least a good fight, especially from his end. Whether he win it or not, I think it'd be a decent fight. But I never expected it, though. I'll tell you that. Not on these terms, fighting at a catch weight and all that type of shit. But I know they fathers got history, so it kind of makes sense, I guess, for them to fight. We want to just EJ, nigga, fight EJ or Boots when that conversation come up. They want to change the topic and shit. Yeah, you know they always do. They always do it. They don't never ask Terrence Crawford no real questions though, for real. They don't never really ask him. They just be there. They just be there to stroke his ego, make him feel good. You know what I'm saying? So they be that's why I call them. They bud buddies. Everybody that want to be cool with Crawford, rating that bud, but jelly bean salute, bro. Everybody that's cool with Crawford, it fit the mold, man. They bud buddies, all of them. I was going back and forth yesterday with somebody arguing about this Canelo situation and David Benavidez, and people keep putting out these arguments that David Benavidez don't deserve a fight. That shit getting played out, man. This dude, didn't he fight 2 back-to-back title eliminators? What the fuck is he supposed to do? Keep fighting nobodies? Because I damn sure don't want to see him fight no David Lemieux. No more David Lemieux of the world. And I don't know if y'all seen it, but David Benavidez called Canelo out on his bullshit too. Told him he pretty much told him he a hypocrite. He told him how many champions did he beat before Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? And he said none. I say he called Canelo a hypocrite. Said this is a joke, really. The fans want to see me and Canelo. And that's why they don't want to see nothing else. He said, let's get the fans what they want. So if he going to be out to 2023, is he going to finally grow a pair and fight this young kid that's on his ass? He said, fuck all that. If I could interview the nigga, he going to either walk off the set or be ready to fight with the fact I'm asking questions and not letting his ass sit there, backpedal from it. Yeah, they do that. They bud buddies, A1. They bud buddies. They not trying to ask no real questions. They trying to be friends and shit. You should have seen the way Bellamy was smiling and looking all in his face, all friendly and shit, trying to make friends. That ain't how you do it. You can't shit on EJ, man. He accomplished a lot since that car accident, man. You could miss me with that. And he did so much as changed up his life and changed up the way he did shit, man. He taking advantage of the opportunities that's in front of him right now for sure. God, what's good with it, bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. I'm good over here, just chopping it up with the family. Just wanted to do a little quick live. I had some stuff I wanted to chop it up with the fam about. Rick said he ain't taking this fight serious at all with Conor Benn. He said, the hell with that, huh? I'll still watch it because I want to see if Chris Eubank gonna take this boy lightly and get starched. I wouldn't mind seeing it for sure. My bad, y'all. I don't know. I had to hit the mute. They be dick riding just because they got an interview. That's why. You know what? I believe that exactly that. It's like these dudes be so surprised that they sitting in front of them that they don't even be prepared to ask no real questions. So they dick ride. And like I said, I listened to enough of it to know that him got his weight classes in order. Talking about middleweight, and Terrence Crawford ain't even gonna correct him. You gonna just sit there and look. You ain't going to no damn middleweight, boy. Somebody will smoke your damn boots up there at 60. Shit, you got some people that might smoke you at 54. Smile and ask them, you like pancakes and French toast better. I'm telling you, bro. That's the type of questions that's the level of questions they be asking them. A1. What the fuck do even have an interview platform? Yeah. When did he become like the guy? Like, that's what I'm saying. So everybody like boxing now. Not if you don't know your damn weight classes, bro. You just dick riding right now. Yeah, Bill is a little slut for that A1, and I ain't rocking with him for that. I'm 100% going with Ben. I figured that. I figured that Ben taking it a lot more serious was my point with them two. I think he is, and I think as a result he could find himself on the winning side of things, especially if you Chris Eubank keep it up, just eating and fucking over like you ain't got no fight coming up. You know what I'm saying? John Ryder for Canelo next. I wouldn't be surprised, Kurt. Not at all. Not one bit. Especially with him saying that he injured now. He ain't gonna be back till next year. I figured that anyway. That's why I put the 2023 with the question mark, because that's the real fight for you. I'm tired of all this other shit. You at 68, that man done fought back-to-back title eliminators. When you gonna get in the ring and fight him? What's the excuse you gonna keep using? You know what I'm saying? Because he already called you out on it. You can't say he ain't fought nobody because he pointed out how you didn't fight nobody for real before Mayweather. And you got an opportunity, so he ain't trying to hear that shit. Get that young boy what he want. If you could beat him, then beat him. Get in there and whoop his ass, and you ain't gotta worry about the monster no more. Yeah. Facts though. Facts. A1, you got niggas at 47 that'll still smoke his boots. That's what I'm saying. I just hate the dick riding there. It's like at least if you gonna ride him, don't slight EJ, man. You know what I'm saying? You probably wanted an interview with him and you ain't get one. Probably reached out to him first. He probably ain't even, you know what I mean? Probably curved him or some shit. Now you gonna sit up there and want to be bud buddies with Crawford. Motherfuckers is ridiculous, bro. A1, trust me, he's no joke. Conor Benn here, dial big on Conor Benn. That's your guy. I know it. I just rock with him. I like Conor Benn because I seen how raw he was first when he first came into boxing. I seen how reckless and wild he was, and I seen the adjustments that he made and the improvements. And for me, like he could have only made those strides as a fighter if he took boxing serious and actually put in some work. And I'm pretty sure that's what he was doing. Like dude got himself, you know what I mean? He molded himself nicely, man. Like Conor Benn came a long way, but he still got a long way to go. Don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying with Chris Eubank being so arrogant, man, that arrogance could be his downfall. You know what I mean? That bravado. Old Sean Porter ass niggas facts, bro. He's just hating. That shit be weird as hell. Just be hating. They ain't never gotten the male styles, but I'm telling you, ugly, very ugly, man. I'm telling you, I don't know what this whole notion that you gonna get in there and play with, man. Just like he said, you fuck around with me, you gonna get knocked the fuck out, and I truly believe that shit gonna be ugly. Just like you said, Rick, ugly. I'm telling you, this whole notion that he gonna just outbox him with ease, like Charlo can box too. I don't understand what people be saying. I really don't. Like the weight classes are for a reason. I keep saying this to people. If that man needed some years to comfortably grow into 47, he said it out his mouth. Y'all think he just gonna jump up to 54 with ease and beat your Mel Charlo? Get the fuck out of here without acclimating to the weight. None of that. He gonna just go up there just because he said so. Yeah, right. Josh, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. How you feeling, bro? Bill was super old dick. Right? That nigga jumped off the Empire State Building right onto Bud. You know it. Yeah, Bill out here twerking for an interview with Bud. Guaranteed that nigga asked for Bud Cup. I'm telling you, man. All smiling at him. You got to see it. Watch that shit, A1. You could pull it up. Watch how he be looking at him and shit. Like, man, you so enamored with him, man. Get your super fan ass out of here, man. Bud buddy ass, man. And EJ sharp as male, Bud better ass. You see what I'm saying? So that's a scary sight for him. Keep talking that shit. I'm telling you. You got other problems to worry about. That's the thing. Y'all, you trying Bill Bellamy, can we manifest it? Can we manifest? Can we say 4? No, you can't manifest it. No, you can't. He can manifest it by getting in there with EJ and beating him, then beating Mel. That's how you manifest it. Get your ass out of here. Super fan. The sparring so he can smell the sweat. I'm telling you. A1 be going off. Oh man, I'm telling you, man, he weird, yo. And then you go to middleweight. Yeah, then you go to middleweight. You seem like you got your head together. You know, but EJ seemed a little crazy. Is it me? Is it me? Yeah, it's you. Yeah, it's just you. What could you talk about, weirdo? Listen to him. Check him out. Check out Bill, yeah.
Errol Spence Jr., who seems slightly crazy. Don't he seem like he kind of wild or something? Am I bugging? It a little wild a little bit. You seem more reserved, like you got, your head together. Errol might be in the strip club, drive a car 150 miles an hour, flip out of it, and still go to Whole Foods. I don't know. I don't see that in your future. I see like you keep yourself together. Cool. Errol Spence Jr.
Like, yo, what? Like, yo, what? Why would you even bring that up? Like, you weirdo. Crawford sitting over there looking like he don't even know what to say. Fake salute, my bro. Appreciate you stopping through. How you feeling, bro? You go to the extreme because EJ doesn't need their validation, and I think they know that, and as a result, Rick, and him knowing he don't need them, he don't need to be bothered with these extra interviews to try to rub elbows with none of these celebrities. He already cool in his spot. You know what I'm saying? And you seem like you're a lot more reserved, man. Shut up, man. Just shut up. The man made a mistake, and you bringing that up like it's a joke or something. Canelo gas tank looking tough. He couldn't hurt 40-year-old. Once GG was barely throwing. Yep, age show and facts, fake. And we could switch gears to fucking Canelo because he want to talk about he injured my ass. You couldn't do nothing with that 40-year-old man. They both look average in there. Now that's 24 rounds. People got to see Canelo where he looked very average. You seen a fight where he looked super average and lost, and you seen a fight where he probably looked above average to average and won. That shit was not impressive, man. And I think as a result of that, it makes this David Benavidez fight more or less likely to happen, unfortunately, because I don't think he want no part of him. I just don't think so. Fake injury. Conquest was good with it, bro. Appreciate you sliding through. He said them ninjas train is going to derail. Which one? Who you talking about? The Nello train? Canelo old in the game. Yeah, he been fighting for 17 years already. That's a fact. Since 15. So, and I'm just saying, I don't be slighting him and taking nothing from him. I just be telling people I think it's time to really like consider the fact that it ain't even father time. He an older 32 because of the mileage he got on him. But I think it's time to like consider the fact that the wear and tear with Canelo was very real. You know what I'm saying? Dude ain't exactly the same. And I think he know that. And he's his ass slowing down. They can say what they want. Be in denial if you want. You can see it in the performances. That's why I highlighted. You got to see it for 24 rounds. His last 24 rounds. You tell me what's so spectacular about him. Dumbass talking about middleweight. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Now, how the hell is Bud little ass going to 160? Facts. That's what I'm saying. It don't pay to be no jock rider, man, because you jock riding and you out there, you looking stupid saying the wrong shit. He ain't going to no middleweight. And you don't say that. It is a difference. He ain't going to no middleweight. He going to get smoked playing with somebody at middleweight. GGG got a real excuse why he look average his age, so I let his performance slide. Now, for real, it's just what it is. Father Time was on his neck that night. Peace now. Nah, the Bud train. Oh, yeah, facts, Conquest. Facts, bro. Facts. Yeah, Bud, he got to chill. And I respect him and I like him. I've been watching him for years. I'm going to keep liking him, but he just said a lot of questionable shit. And I just hate yes men and jock riders. Y'all going to be in there, know what I mean, just talking up a storm. You got to slight EJ real quick to get on his good side. Man, shut your weird ass up. It's like Rick said, man, EJ don't need y'all validation, and y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like it. He cool without y'all. He just going to keep putting in the work. He don't need to get on your podcast and talk about what he going to do to Crawford. Crawford need to make sure he sign a damn contract or they get the business worked out. That's what I'm saying. What was the point of going to the show, man? That's what I'm saying. I don't get it either, bro. I don't know what is all these guest appearances like. Boy, is you doing a retirement run? Like, what you doing? That's what I'm saying. You doing a fucking press run on your way to retirement or some shit. Tell me you don't. I'm not exaggerating. Tell me this dude ain't moving like he doing a press run on his way to retirement. Man, well, I don't know what's going on. Bob said this nigga don't know how to promote fights. I'm telling you. Going saying all wrong shit. Mr. Chop, what's good with it, Brody? What's good with you? But they ain't want that smoke, man. I'm telling you, man. The more I see it, the more it just feel like that, man. You want to talk about everything else? Don't nobody want to hear about nothing about no middleweight, Bill Bellamy. We don't care about that. We want to see the fight at 47. That's right there in front of him, knocking at his door. That's the fight we want to see. We don't care about nothing you talking about. Telling you, man. They gonna get that man hurt, pumping him up, thinking he's just gonna jump weight classes and play with the top of the division like that. You got people in your weight class like A1 said that'll smoke you. So you know what I mean. Deep Freak, what's good with it, my bro? Appreciate you sliding through. How you feeling, bro? TWT family in the building. Y'all smash that like button for your boy, man. As we roll on through. Hey, oh, you ain't buying it? I broke my hand. That's what Canelo said after he couldn't hurt the 40-year-old and he landed a good body shot and still did nothing. If he great, that shouldn't be happening. Yeah, man. The hand injury, the hand or wrist or whatever he's saying. Like if that's legit, then again, wear and tear, Canelo. You slowing down, buddy boy. And I don't know. That's why I had a question the other day, man. Dude, after seeing the Bivol fight and seeing him fight Golovkin for the third time, that David Benavidez fight with Canelo is a lot closer than what people giving credit or what people might want to admit to. I truly don't think, I don't know about y'all could chime in. I think when it comes to Canelo and David Benavidez, I think the for sure way that he beats Benavidez is if he knock him out. I think if it go to the cards, they would have to rob Benavidez. You get what I'm saying? Like they known to do anyway. But I think this whole notion that he'll just knock him out with ease, I don't think it'll happen. I really don't. Especially after I seen him these last 24 rounds, man. And he didn't hurt Bivol at all. All he did was get Bivol a fucking bruise on his arm after 12 rounds. He just fought Golovkin for the third time. I don't care what nobody say. To me, that was a high level, like if you want to call it that, sparring match with a crowd. Like a crowd got to see these dudes spar because Canelo, an old 32 with a lot of miles on him, and Golovkin is 40 years old. If I ever did see a 40-year-old fighter, that's exactly what he looked like that night. A dude that was hesitant, second guessing himself, and couldn't pull the trigger. It was similar to how Luis Ortiz looked against Andy Ruiz. He just wouldn't pull the trigger. I never seen a fight where Triple G really didn't land power shots. Like, god damn, bro. Like, man, he finished. Yeah, man, D Free. I think I'm with you on that one, man. It'd be ugly because I'm thinking like that accumulation of punches, man. I'm telling you, I think David Benavidez would be letting them shits rip against Canelo. I'm telling you. And I think his best shot is to try to knock that young boy out. I hope they rob him on the cards. Telling you, I'm telling you, I think that's a tough fight for him right now. His right hand did look rough, but not swollen. Yeah. And I ain't even mad at it. If he heard it, but still, like, who you gonna fight when you come back? Because young boy on your heels, he said, man, get the fans what they want. He called you out. That whole excuse that he ain't fought nobody, he ain't buying it. You know what I'm saying? He on your helmet, man. He want that Canelo smoke. That's what I was talking to somebody about yesterday, man. He's saying it don't make business sense or whatever, all this weird shit, man. I ain't trying to hear that. Give that man a shot. He fought 2 back-to-back title eliminators. Who the fuck is he supposed to fight? Then when I asked dude that he named Dimitri Bivol and somebody else, I'm like, bro, he ain't at 175. Why the fuck would he go up there if he want to fight Canelo? What sense do that make? Bivol. Why would he go up there and fight him? And Ninja was counting that cash in his hand. I'm telling you, that's why they hugged and shit, all friendly and shit. Remember, Canelo sold us a knockout, y'all. He told us he wanted to knock him out. That's what he told us. I mean, he might have tried maybe for the first 3 to 4 rounds, but then he slowed down tremendously down the stretch. He slowed down like he always do. And that's what allowed Triple G to hang around even more. You know what I'm saying? They embraced. That's why they was doing that like hugging. Triple G was like, damn, I'm up 20, and Canelo was like, I'm up 45. I'm telling you, man. Derevyanchenko did better on a younger Triple G than Canelo. Maybe Canelo versus Derevyanchenko would have been good. Facts around that time. Yeah, it would have. You know damn well they ain't putting him in there. Nothing that's too risky. He said he threw that fight. He damn sure ain't throw enough punches for sure. You know what I'm saying? That's for one thing. We know he didn't throw enough punches. That dude was jab, 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 more jabs. Oh, some more jabs and jabs. Like, I'm like, man, I don't understand how he and I ain't never see him fight like that. I seen him be jab heavy before, but not that jab heavy. It's like he reduced to a jab at 40 years old against Canelo. I don't get it. His right hand was not there. He would not let that motherfucker go. I'm like, man, he wasn't going to the body really or nothing. I don't know what Triple G was doing. That's why you know he looked like it's time for him to just go ahead and hang it up, man. Call it a career, bro. It was a good one, man. You had a nice little run. That shit is dead, man. You talking about going back to 160 and defending your belts, man. Triple G might be fooled at 160 at this point. Especially if he fights somebody for real. Go down there, fight Charlo. If Charlo's still at 60, go ahead and get Charlo a shot. I don't know where he go from here. And Canelo, we all know he probably about to fight John Ryder, like somebody mentioned earlier. Don't nobody, you know. And I say nobody, don't nobody want to see that shit. One thing I say, Canelo look fast, but got too damn tired. I get the wear and tear, but look at B-Hop. Went to 50 or something like that. It's about skill at this point, in my opinion. He's physically, he's just not the same fighter, and he do even less now. Like I was over. Salute the Skywalker, man. I was over on the Bro channel, and he had Tim Witherspoon Jr. over there, and he had made an interesting comment about Canelo. At least I thought it was interesting. He was saying with his punch output, being that he don't even throw that, he not that busy. So he might as well go all the way to heavyweight the way he fight. Like, you get what I'm saying? I thought that was interesting if you just think about it. Like, all he do is want to throw power shots, try to blast you out, and then when he can't do that, he tire up, and then he slow down. You know what I'm saying? And then he just go through the motions. To me, Canelo got lazy, man. If he can't knock you out, he cool with just doing just enough to win. We just seen that. We just seen that against Golovkin. Golovkin didn't have much more to offer other than the jab, yeah. That's it. He gave Canelo no other issues in no other department. That's the only punch I seen that was really landing with any type of consistency, because that was like this only punch he was throwing at the same time. So they sold us on that, man. That trilogy sucked, man. I'm sorry, it did. That shit did not deliver. And I don't care what nobody say. That loss against Beeble still wearing on him. Opulent LD, salute my bro. Appreciate you for stopping through. And that loss, that hangover or layover, whatever you want to call it, from Beeble is still weighing on that dude. You can see it, and he just don't look like the same fighter. If people don't see that, they don't want to see it at this point. It ain't no hate. It ain't nothing. It's just a fair observation. Canelo is not the same fighter he used to be. He is not. Yo, we got this. The last 24 rounds, look how pedestrian and average he looked. He don't try that hard. You got a very lazy approach. Just throw power shots, throw a few body shots. I expected him to at least throw more shots to the body and try to, drain Triple G and, make him fade down the stretch, man. They was in there sparring. Looked like they was working on shit with each other. I swear it did. It looked like after the first 4 rounds, nobody was trying to hurt nobody. That shit looked crazy, man. I'm like, man, we really got to see 8 rounds of sparring between 40-year-old Triple G and a 32-year-old Canelo Alvarez, yo, with a big-ass crowd to watch. Made people pay for that fucking pay-per-view sparring match. That shit is bogus, man. Pay-per-view sparring match, y'all. Make him going up and down the weight. Oh, yeah, that's real too, Fake, because I was saying that. I kept bringing up the Roy Jones situation and how him playing with his weight caught up to him. And I'm like, Canelo wasn't half the athlete Roy was. So at what point is it going to come back to bite him in the ass? And maybe I might have got my answers in these last 2 fights. Maybe so. To me, he just don't look exactly the same. So I don't know. I can't make no excuses for him. KJ, salute, my bro. Appreciate you sliding through. Appreciate the bros. I'm telling you, man, this dude, man, he fading, man. He ain't the same. He ain't the same fighter. He just ain't. They don't want to admit it. Don't be sad that they're King Canelo, all them big Canelo fans out there. It's time for y'all to face the music, man. It's a clear reason. If you don't understand why he avoiding and talking about he ain't fighting Mexicans, and clearly while he telling everybody Andre is terrible, he finding every excuse in the book not to fight people that he should fight, and just the fans don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? They keep making excuses for him. He was upset. GGG looked like you could tell he don't got it. Yeah, he don't got it no more, yo. Watching at the end of a chapter for real. It was the end of a chapter for real, man. And he's still talking about going. Guys. They asked him. Remember they asked him about the fight. Jay Dixon, salute, my bro. Appreciate you slide through. Remember they asked him what he thought about the fight. The action. He said, guys, come on. Come on. It's high-level boxing. High-level boxing. When you ever hear the dude say anything about high-level boxing in his entire career, all he was selling, remember that Mexican style shit he was selling? Remember the big drama show? Where was any of that energy? Where was the knockout? I want to knock out at where was that energy at on Canelo in after 4 rounds? And where was that energy at for 12 rounds with Golovkin? Where was the big drama show? Where was the Mexican style? Remember at one point he was crying for that? You know what I mean? Complaining he wanted somebody to stand right in there with him. Where was that energy at, man? You ain't bring no big drama show either. You stood in there and threw 398 jabs for 12 rounds, bro. And 3.5 right hands. Talking about some big drama show. That's why you don't say that shit no more. You old. It's the old drama show. That shit you got in there and ain't do shit. I can't believe he got in there and threw 362 jabs and 6.5 right hands probably. Like, man, for 12 rounds, boy, people want their damn money back. Talking about 20 million for you and 45, man. Somebody need to dock their damn pay for that sparring match. Can't believe they just robbed the bank, yo, with gloves on in front of all of us, y'all. Canelo doesn't want to fight anyone who's an active puncher because he literally only throw 3 punches in basically the same sequence. His style looks extra basic right now. Appreciate that for pointing that out because that's exactly what I see, bro. And it's a very lazy approach. And although he got some skill and he's very experienced, you know what I mean? So he could, I think it was Knockout. Salute the Knockout. I think it was Knockout that brought up the point that Canelo is good at bluffing in the ring. You know what I mean? Doing a lot of bluffing, whereas he's not working when he's doing that shit. It's like bluffing, aka posturing, whatever you want to call it. He's good at doing that. You know what I mean? And applying this pressure, but not really throwing punches while he do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just, he lazy to me. He's gotten lazy over the years, man. And like I said, after 60 plus fights, hey, he's slowing down. I mean, it's only right. So he probably realized he couldn't no more. Telling you, man. That old man Quiles, Triple G has his own bamboozled them. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. They got us good, man. Pay-per-view sparring match, Kurt. Word up, my bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm like, dang, they got paid. See all that embracing? I thought y'all ain't like each other. All that damn embracing they was doing. Yeah, I remember Canelo saying he wasn't going to fight him again after the second time because he was mad Golovkin called him a drug cheat. What happened to that? You know what I'm saying? He get his ass beat by the Russian, if Bevel is Russian, whatever Bevel is. You went up there fucking with him, got beat up. Then you end up needing Triple G. And you lucky Triple G still salty about them first 2 fights. So he was cool with getting a 20 mil and not winning. He only threw that weird ass chopping hook once. That's how you know he wasn't the fight that would be good. Yeah, see what I'm saying? Like, oh man, after the first about 3 to 4, he stopped really going for it. Canelo did. Man, patient. Telling you, man, that wasn't worth it right there, man. If it was a fight that wasn't worth it, and I ain't shitting on it, it just they didn't go for it the way they should have. And Canelo is far too young to be fighting so lazy like that. But again, his 32 ain't the same average 32. You know what I'm saying? He got a ton of fucking fights, man. Ton of fights. Like I said, what is it, about 62? 62 fights now. That wear and tear, like I said, is real, man. Dude, man, so not only will he not fight BENAVIDEZ, he's never going to fight Charlo either. So who is he going to fight? Damn, this is what I don't get about this dude. I don't understand how they could call him the face of boxing. This shit is, it's irritating. Like, what don't people see about this dude? This shit be smoke and mirrors. He get to really tell us who he not going to fight. Know what I mean? Just count out him fighting anybody that's a tough Mexican from here on out. He ain't fighting Charlo. Andre horrible. Like what the hell? What is we talking about? He lying about going back to fight Bebo. I bet you he don't go do that. I'd love to see him go back in there with him and get his ass beat again. Cause he ain't doing it. Yeah, but he talking about he'd never fight him. He's saying he'd never fight Charlo. Like what is we talking about right now? That's why I don't understand how you demanding 45 million to fight, but you get to pick who you want to. And I don't know. I hate when people say, yo, he doing what Floyd did. Yo, y'all show me what Floyd worked at 32 years old was just picking people like that. Show me that. Unless I got the times mixed up, because I don't recall that being the case when Floyd was that age. I don't recall it. What is he talking about? You're not fighting no more Mexicans. And then I'm seeing people saying he trying to be respectful, but he had knocked BENAVIDEZ out. All right, then. Well, fight him. Fight him. Please fight him. Fight him. I'm telling you, Canelo needs a colonial life right now. I heard that. I've been hearing that for a few years now about the issues with the knees. The issues with the knees and the elbows too. Y'all ever catch him with that elbow sleeve on when he training? My bad, y'all. Them 60 plus fights starting to add up. Instead of 32, he looked like he 42. Starting like he getting a little long in the tooth. Okay. Yo, you feel me? That's what I'm saying, man. Especially the biggest issue I have with that is the fact that the amount of money he make, and I'm not mad at that. I'm not against somebody getting paid, a man getting paid, but I think when you participate in a sport where the way you get paid is by giving people, you know, you would assume the fights they want. You know what I'm saying? Not the fights you want. You can't demand our money and just fight the fight you want. You know what I mean? It shit just don't make sense to me. Feel like he got more of a responsibility than that, being that he get paid so much. You noticed that too, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you noticed that too. That and now, and you know what else, Jay? I think maybe it's time to think that playing with his weight too could be catching up to him. And I remember I did a live a couple days ago. I was talking about how he said he dropped 10 plus pounds in one day. And he had on that sauna suit, that little sweatsuit or whatever that shit be, cutting all that weight. I'm like, man, that shit gonna come back to affect him. I'm telling you, that shit gonna come back to hurt him. I seen a poll with them asking that Fate who Triple G gonna fight at 60. That's the name I seen. I think that might have been two of the names: Munguia, Lara, Charlo, and it was somebody else. I think it was one more person. It was Lara, Munguia, Charlo. Damn, man, somebody else. One more person. He probably. I'll say I wouldn't be surprised if he fought Lara at this point. I wouldn't be surprised because Lara up there too. Shit, Lara about 40 his damn self. The pay difference is a problem, though. A couple thousand for some fighters who work equally as hard, and then tens of millions for Canelo for stealing. Facts, bro. And that's what I'll be having a problem with too. Like, again, like, I'm not against you making your money, but I am against you like just robbing the bank time and time again, being able to handpick and take the path of the least resistance. And I understand, as boxers, as fighters, all fights are dangerous. I understand that. But you get what I'm saying? Like, I believe Canelo is, you know, somewhat put himself in a position where he's constantly taking the path of the least resistance. Not saying the fighter ain't got something left in him, it can't hurt him potentially, but you get what I'm saying? He ain't taking on the most dangerous challenges, and he's moving like he's 40 years old rather than Triple G being a. You get what I'm saying? You don't get this. You don't get to demand that much money. That shit is crazy, bro. People to see you fight. People have to pay their money, whether they're at home or they physically there at the fight. They have to pay to see you. You can't demand top dollar like that and just say, I could fight who I want. And y'all gotta get what I'm saying. That arrogant attitude. That shit is weak. That shit ain't good for boxing. You shouldn't be able to handpick your opponents, man. And then when people call you out, you got people coming to your aid and saying you did all this for boxing. You didn't do shit for boxing, bro. I hate when people bring up his money like it do something for us. I don't care how much you get paid. I only bring it up to make a point. Look, I feel like if you get paid that much, you at least owe it to the people. That's the reason you get paid that much, to get them a better fight or quality fights every time you participate. Because I know your life is on the line, but shit, you know what I mean? People spending their hard-earned dollars to watch you fight somebody for real, to see great fights, not to see you spar for 12 rounds, bro. We don't want to see that shit. I ain't necessarily rooting against you. I don't want to pay money to see you lose either. I just want to pay the money to see you fight the people that want to fight you, the best quality opposition, or the people you should fight. It's simple. It's simple. I don't want to, sound like a broken record, but it's simple with this dude. And it's like people push and back his little bullshit narratives and talking points. Oh, why should he? You got people like Robert Garcia talking about, well, he shouldn't have to fight any more Mexicans. Well, why should he? Won't he let the Europeans and the Negros beat each other up? I couldn't believe he said that. I'm like, yo, that dude crazy, Robert Garcia, man. I don't know. I got to side eye him from now. You're a little weird, bro. Demetrius Wright, what's good with him, my bro? TWT family in the building. Salute to my bro. What's good with you? Yes, sir. 100% Fate. 100%. 100% Charlo will beat Triple G right now. And I would love to see if he'd get in there, but I don't think so. And again, look at the flack that Charlo get, but this dude could sit around and hold on to belts and fight people with 18 fights and shit like that, and don't nobody got a problem with it. You know what I'm saying? Watch who he fight next. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see who he fight next. Triple G. Shit, Charlo too, man. He got to do something. He been out for a while. Shit, I wonder would he give him a shot being that he been out for this long. He probably still won't give him a shot. Still won't give him a shot. Y'all smash that like button for you, bro, if you didn't already, man. But I doubt it, man. He probably still won't fight Charlo. And like I said, it's unfortunate when you got a guy that's getting paid $45 million to fight. You know what I mean? Telling you he ain't fighting pretty much the most dangerous opponents, or the most what is looked at on paper, at least the most dangerous opponents that he could face, and he's unwilling to face any of them. Meanwhile, picking everything in between but the absolute best. And it's like, enough is enough. Look, like again, I keep saying he get paid too much to be getting in there sparring, bro. We ain't trying to watch no fucking sparring matches. We see enough clips of that shit on the internet. We don't need to see no shit like that. Ain't nobody trying to pay their money to see you spar with somebody for 12 rounds and then hug it out. And get your ass out of here, man. Give us the fights we want. You need to be in there with a real threat each and every time, getting paid that much. Think about it, that's life-changing money. Any and everybody in here. Shit, who wouldn't y'all fight that's in or around y'all weight class for $45 million? You'll fight any fucking body. Shit, you'll fight somebody that's bigger than you for that much. And we don't even box. You know what I'm saying? Just think about that. That's life-changing. But you getting, they been getting that shit. Pay big payday after big payday. You owe people these fights, man. That's the least you could do. We also got to see why Canelo didn't want to fight Derevyanchenko. Facts. And I'm agree with that 100%, because he would have been another dangerous style matchup for a guy that is not as close to his physical prime as what some people might want to believe. I'm telling you, them 60 plus fights is real, man. At 32, he ain't the typical 32-year-old. He is not. And yeah, man, I think Charlo will do a number on Triple G right now. He's very limited right now. Jab, Charlo got a good jab. So you know what I'm saying? And he big enough to deal with you. I think so. I really do. Yeah, but I just don't think he'll ever give him the opportunity. This is weak what's going on right now in boxing. Older Charlo not active enough. You need to get in there, but he probably going through something. Yeah, right. Yeah, facts. But he do. I like to see him get back in there. You know what I'm saying? I like to see him get back in there, man. Boxing is better when Charlo is in there active and doing this thing. So at least he got Mel. At least we got to see Mel become undisputed. Now as we wait to see what's going on with Charlo and the rest of 160, you know what I'm saying? Because all these dudes need to really start getting in there. It's not just Canelo though, but I always use him as the example. For one, he just fought, but for two, you got too many people calling the face of boxing. And despite if you calling them that or not, when you get paid that much, that's saying a lot, man. If you worth that much money, bro, the fight need to be worth our money. You get what I'm saying? The fans should be winning and he should be winning. You know what I'm saying? He should be able to count his money at the end of the night and go home. And we should be able to walk away saying we seen a great fight and we got our money's worth. It's not too much to ask, especially when you demanding people money. In these times, hell no, don't nobody want to pay for no bullshit. I will never see Charlo versus GG. Nope, I don't think he'll get in there. Yeah, Derevyanchenko do got a chin. For real, he do. So if you could stand up to that power and make him fight, if you busy, you could give Canelo issues. I'm telling you, that's what what's the name? That's what Beaver was able to do. Should BENAVIDEZ, Andre, and Charlo after that retire? Yeah, he should fight them. All right, that'd be too much like right, bro. I swear it would. Fight them three, then retire. Then yeah, he could take his ball and go home. Exactly. But it's crazy because by him saying no Mexicans and they calling BENAVIDEZ the Mexican monster, that's Xing him out. Charlo is horrible. He told everybody that, so that X's him out. You know what I mean? Andre is terrible, so he X's him out. And Charlo, I think he recently just said he won't fight him either. So it's like, so he get to duck all this smoke and don't fight nobody and still get paid that much? Hell no. Fighters who don't back down, I'm telling you, and I always said this. Now, he'd knock me the fuck out. Let me just put that out there. He'd knock me out, Canelo would. But in the sport of boxing, when it comes to his peers, I don't think his punching powers will, some people make it out to be. I've said that way before he even got to 68. Like, you get what I'm saying? He can't knock everybody out. Like you see it. You seen it. Look how clean Golovkin walked out of that fight. That was 12 rounds of that. Look how clean he walked out. Shit, Canelo was pretty damn clean too. But yeah, he fight them three and retire. I wouldn't be mad. Go ahead. Canelo could hurt you. If he can't hurt you, yeah, he will struggle every time, bro. Facts. Every time. And you see, it took him a while to be able to catch up to Caleb Plant. And it just he managed to, made a little adjustment. I'll give him that. And he caught Caleb Plant where it mattered. And you know what I mean? Got the job done there. But again, everybody ain't gonna be a Caleb Plant. I think Charlo got a much sturdier chin than Caleb Plant. And I think the size difference and with Canelo not being that busy, I think that'd be a real problem for him. I don't see him walking through Charlo. I don't see him knocking Charlo out either. I don't care if he has 68 and Charlo has 60. If Charlo take his ass up to 68, I definitely want to see that fight. I don't think he knocks him out at all. Right, 45 milli for that BS. That's all I'm saying, bro. Like, come on, bro. Just give us that. You come on, 40-year-old, and then at least fight him back to back. You know what I mean? While he was still in them 30s, at least 30-some. God damn, bro. I think the last time he fought him, he was 37. So you're gonna fight him pretty much like 3 years later when he's 40. We already knew what it was. He was a shell of himself. I'm sorry. He was reduced to a fucking jab. He wouldn't let his right hand go for nothing. Like, oh man, it was just weird. I was like, what is he doing, bro? Damn, this is why people say shit like the fight look fixed. This is why, because you out there not throwing no punches but a jab. 375 jabs all night and man, 3 right hands, man. God damn. Yeah, 20 million. When the Charlo bro, EJ, Bud, Tank, Haney have not even got close to that bag. Sad shit. Facts. Facts. He getting paydays like that just to keep fighting the same person. If you don't want to fight nobody else and you get to hold them belts hostage and handpicked too, they be letting him get off the hook too. I don't care about your belts at 160 if you're not defending them against nobody real from here on out. Golovkin too. It ain't just Canelo. And that goes for all the boxing, just so I'm being clear and ain't being biased in no way, shape, or form. All these dudes and more so the guys that are on pay-per-view. You know, everybody's not on pay-per-view. For the ones that are, they deserve, we got to hold them to a higher standard because, again, the only way we can see those dudes is if we pay the money to see them. They should give us the fights we want. It's just that simple. Damn, if I let Canelo knock me out every day, you know, he coming at me. Telling you, man. Day every day, I'm telling you, man. Fuck that. Man, I lost money thinking Canelo would come out there and press this old motherfucker out and stop him, especially since he looked like shit against Beagle. Yeah, man. And you know what I said, Jay, earlier? I don't know if you was in here just yet, but I was saying I think the effects of that Beagle loss is still on him. Like, I think it really is. Like, it's like a carryover effect. Like, I didn't see much different in this fight. You get what I'm saying? Like, in terms of approach and like busyness, I seen a very similar fight, although, you know, Golovkin just had so much less to offer than a Dimitri Bivol, that the bare minimum that Canelo seemed to be doing was more than enough to beat that version of Triple G. You get what I'm saying? And I'm not saying he didn't work at all. I don't want to be disrespectful to the sport in that way. I know he put in some type of work, but it was a very lazy approach, man. Like, you come out throwing power shots. Triple G was very reactive early in that fight too, slipping a lot of that shit. He was slipping a lot of it. And it's like, Canelo, you fighting like an amateur, in my opinion, because you just going out there winging big power shots and missing. And then you get tired down the stretch and barely do enough. Like, you know what I mean? Like, Triple G really just didn't have nothing really to offer you besides a jab all night. And he know, like I say, he was okay defensively early, you know what I mean? Slipping a lot of those big shots. But of course he got hit with some, but for the most part, for that to be a trilogy, it didn't feel like round 25 of you know what I mean, of a series. It didn't feel like that. It just felt like, you know, these dudes was in there sparring and working on shit. And Canelo looked like he tried to hurt him early, and once he realized he couldn't do it, he just start going through the emotions, and we just seen like a lackluster fight from both of them. Triple G should have did way more, and Canelo could have did a lot more. If that's fair to say. You know what I'm saying? Triple G should have did a lot more. Canelo definitely could have stepped on the gas, like Jay, like you said, and pressed him out and try to get him out of there. He damn sure talked like he wanted to get a knockout, but he didn't fight like it. You get what I'm saying? Especially not after the first quarter of the fight. He was just going through the motion. And he realized he was in there with a dude that just didn't have that much more to offer. He was able to pretty much dominate. No, for real. Just think about that bag they got. $65 million trilogy, yo. Yeah, facts, bro. Facts. And, you know, he looked 40 plus because he that fight, his approach to the fight in terms of like activity and what he did and didn't do, it looked a lot to me like it was reminiscent in a way of what Luis Ortiz did against Andy Ruiz. I was saying that a little earlier. He was very hesitant. He was like gun shy, like not wanting to throw the punch. And I don't know if he got hit with one of them hooks early and it made him second guess himself even more, or he just looked like a dude that couldn't pull the trigger no more. And the fact that like he had power, like just think about this. That's one of the first fights where you really seen Triple G power be a non-factor the entire fight. Not one round was his power on display. I don't remember him landing one shot that was like, oh, that was a good shot. Like none of that. Just think about that. That's how you know a fight is lackluster. You ain't even ooh and I at pretty much nothing. Like nothing, especially not for Triple G. He ain't land nothing of note. Like all I could remember is just a jab fest. I'm like, man, this dude ain't even trying to win at this point. He's just trying to not be knocked out. That shit wasn't enough for me, man. He disappointed me, man. He disappointed me even more. But Canelo should be ashamed of himself because at 32, he should have brought a lot more to the table. My bad, John. I have to get something to drink real quick. Oh, shit. Fish. Says Shakur coming up. For sure. And I can't wait for that one. I'm trying to be in the building. I think I can make that one. And it's close, and it's gonna be a good undercard. That his fight definitely worth coming to because they got some of them young prospects on that card to put on that I definitely want to see live. Fox has to do better because it seemed like the judge didn't even watch the last two fights based on the scorecards. Facts, bro. Facts. Like I was telling the bros before, like I had came across a picture of something on the internet, like a screenshot. Somebody had screenshotted when they was at a fight, and they screenshotted the judges from where they was sitting at, and all the judges, none of the judges was looking at the fight. They was either looking like at their phones or whatever else, but they wasn't paying attention to the fight. None of the judges was. That shit looked wild. It was like one of the most disrespectful things you could ever see, yo. None of the dudes watching the fight, but they gonna score the round. Mind you, they ain't even watching this shit, but they damn sure gonna have a score when the round is over. This shit is crazy. Yeah, me too. You talking about Jihad Tucker fate? I definitely want to see him. Definitely so. Him and Shushu, Bruce Carrington. I want to see both of those dudes. They both good prospects. I want to see both of them. I hope I want to see Truck up again next. Yeah, Jihad Tucker. He said he'd come on the channel too. I had hollered at him like a few days back. And he said he'd come up here and kick it, talk to the family. He said he willing to do it. I said that's what's up. Cool. So I'm gonna be looking to set that up real soon. Old dude was putting pause on Bam. He just ignored it. Yeah, dude was on Bam ass. Dude was on Bam ass. I ain't gonna lie. Israel Gonzalez was fighting his ass off. TBS was good with it, Kyle. Salute to the boxing section. What's good with it, my bro? Yeah, for sure. So he trained at the gym near your house. Oh, okay, bet. Yeah, he a dog, man. I like him, man. Like his attitude and his temperament. Jahad be trying to fuck you up. He be in there to fight. Well, I like him. I like them prospects. Shushu at night. He another one. Carrington. They got a few of them. Tiger Johnson, Haven Brady. What dude named Dante Benjamin, I think. Like they got a lot of them, bro. Top Rank got some, yeah, man. Yo, you saying the same facts. So they got some nice ass prospects, man. And a few of them is gonna be on that, or a couple or a few of them gonna be on the card, I believe, with Shakur. So that's why I said I definitely want to make that one. And it's so close to me, like in terms of like not being out the way too far that it's like it's telling me I should go. I got to. I don't want to watch that one at home, but I will if I have to. But I think I can make that one. Man was giving a good test that night. Gonzalez, facts. Gonzalez, because of the way he fought, I would want to see him again. For sure, I would definitely support him again. Even though he lost, I watch him again. Some people, I mean, Ghost felt like he, Ghost the family. Ghost felt like he, Bam lost. I don't think he lost. I just think the fight was more competitive than what people expected it to be. And for some people, when they see a fighter, finally fight somebody that give you a little issues or something you got to adjust to, you got to figure him out a little bit, people will just feel like you lost. But I don't think he lost. This fight was close as shit because dude wasn't there to lose. He wasn't there to be no opponent. He wasn't there to be, you know what I mean, walked over. He wasn't going for that shit. He came to fight. And it's a good thing that you know, he made his adjustments because he was able to figure dude out and get the win. But again, it was close. But I just look at it like this. Bam, 22 years old with 17 fights after Saturday night. He got a lot more to learn and a lot, you know what I mean? Young as hell. He just ahead of the curve for being a 22-year-old, man. He's pretty damn solid. I like his angles. I like his footwork. You know what I'm saying? He protected himself pretty good. A lot of the shots, you know, a fair amount of the shots was going off at elbows, arms, and gloves and shit like that. But make no mistake about it, Israel Gonzalez definitely landed his fair share of shots. They wasn't all getting blocked. He was fighting. And what I liked about him is whenever he got hit with something, he tried to have an answer for it. Like, you get what I'm saying? And that's why I could appreciate what he brought to the fight, because he wasn't in there to get punched on. Like, whenever Bam would get something off, he tried to answer back. Or sooner than later, he'll have an answer back, or he'll fire his own combinations. And he wasn't scared. Like, he was in there to compete. And that's what you seen. Like, and yeah, he will grow. And that's when you put it in perspective. That's what you want. Those type of fights is what you want for a young prospect. But people be like, man, he's not that great. People are just saying this. He ain't fought nobody great yet to be great. He done some good things in boxing so far, but not great. You get what I'm saying? He ain't at that level yet. He's still, I mean, it's crazy. He don't have 20 fights, but he's been champion. So it's like, you can't really call him a prospect, but it's just in terms of fights. He don't even got 20 fights under his belt. And he's 22 years old. And he just, you know, he on the up and up. He ascending right now. Like, I think Bam just gonna keep getting better. Tickets ain't too bad either. Yeah, facts. And it's more of a reason to go, Kurt. More of a reason. It's like, I got to be there. I like the Prudential Center. That's where I seen the last fights at. On Christmas, I got to see quite a few of those dudes fight. Just like Ammo fight, expect Ammo not a champ. He faced difficulty to step up, like what I saw from Ammo and Bam. I like him too. I just didn't like the judging and agenda starting to surround him. I got you, Combat. Facts, but I'm with you. Yeah, you like to step up for both. Yeah, I think people was too overly critical of Ammo, man. I think you gotta, like, far too often when certain people, certain individuals make their assessments of these fighters, they only focus on the negative, and that's not a complete assessment. Although you might be hitting it on the head or when you critiquing the fighter, but you still gotta remember to mention the things he did well. And although, you know, Ammo took some shots, got knocked off balance, I don't think he ever was hurting the fight at all. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was in danger of losing the fight either. It was just competitive. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you want to see when a young prospect is making his way through the ranks. You want to see him be tested. It's like we say we want to see fighters get tested. Then when they get tested, we don't appreciate what they did well to survive or to pass that test. We only focus on the things that they didn't do well and say, oh, how they're not great because this and that happened. That's not what we're saying. That's not how you properly assess them. You got to put it in perspective. This dude is a prospect, man, a prospect. He's been having his way, been blowing through some dudes, getting crazy knockouts, early knockouts. Finally had some guy that was in there. Conway was a big dude for Ammo. That was a solid dude he was fighting in there. That dude wasn't coming to get his ass beat. He was coming to fight. And that's half of competing, coming in there and being mentally ready to fight. And that's what Conway did. And he had a little skill to go with it. But Ammo was able to, you know, figure him out toward the end of the fight later, you know, in the fight, and kind of had some success. He hurt the dude. I think he got one knockdown or so. Plus the dude knows up real good. It's like you got to speak about the things he was able to do well. That was a big target in front of him. He had to make some adjustments and find a way to navigate through that fight. That's how good fighters are made, when they're properly tested on the way up. That's what you wanted to see. People was just saying how a lot of his fights been like he been blowing through guys. Okay, Now you got one where somebody made him fight. And what did he show you? That he can fucking fight. He made adjustments, take him a while to figure you out. He didn't get discouraged. He wasn't mentally broken. He never gave up. He just kept going at it. He figured dude out. He started to get to him and hurt him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if it was a 12-round fight, it'd be a different outcome. You get what I'm saying? But nonetheless, that's how you want your prospect to perform. It's far too often we be overly critical when we've seen time and time again prospects when they get they step up, how they lose. Or fighters like, I don't even know if Ryo fight was supposed to be considered a step up, but look what happened. You get what I'm saying? So it's like that didn't happen to Ammo, so you can't be overly critical. You could state the things that he need to work on. That's just being observant. That's what you're supposed to do. If you're a viewer and you're gonna speak on this shit, you gotta point out the shit he did. He need to improve on. Yeah, he could tighten up on the defense and not lunge, pick his shots a little bit better. Don't load up. It's some I could critique him and some things he definitely need to improve on. But we definitely talking about a dude with what Ammo had 12 fights. So again, this is prospects, very young dudes and prospects that they got a lot of promise and talent, and they on the up and up. Like he continue to improve, he could be a potential world champion. He could be a threat, but not just yet. You know what I'm saying? I think he's a player, he's a factor there at 60, but you know, he's not one of the main players just yet because he ain't got enough experience or enough fights, but he gonna get there. My bad, yeah. Man, that juice was good. But yeah, man, I appreciate it. Ammo and Bam both survived some good tests. I think they just on to the next, man. Those fights right there is gonna prepare them for the next step up, and they not gonna look like a deer caught in the headlights when they finally get in there with some stiff competition or somebody that ain't coming to lay down. You know what I'm saying? So again, a lot of times in boxing, we ask for things, and then when we get them, we complain about it. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want. I wanted to see these dudes get tested. You wanted to see if somebody could take him the distance and he not just blow right through him. Could he just stick to his boxing and not give up, stick to a game plan? What I did see from Ammo that not too many people mentioned, when his plan A didn't work, he did go to a plan B. He did go make an adjustment and said, all right, or this dude I ain't knocking him out. All right, let me go try this. And it's actually started working. He started to get to the dude, like I say, bust his nose up pretty good. And he kind of was taking the fight out of Conway a little bit if you watch it. You know what I mean? He started making Conway question himself. Ammo stayed in the fight. He stayed the course. Like I said, and for that being a step up, when it was time to make an adjustment because what he was initially doing wasn't the most successful, he made that adjustment and he did exactly that. And he got the win. That's what you want to see. Bam, same difference. Dude I seen him, Bam was using his little angles and stuff like that, but I feel like Gonzalez was prepared for some of that and it wasn't working initially, like him trying to, pivot and jump to the side of the dude and not being beat on the other side of him. Usually that shit worked, but I feel like Gonzalez was prepared for a lot of that shit early and Bam had to keep working. And what he was able to do, if y'all notice, one of them punches that was working for Bam, once he, you know what I mean, he created an opening, he was slipping that right uppercut in there that was helping him knock Gonzalez off balance and kept making him reset. He landed a few of those in that fight. But you see, Bam, the same difference. What he started doing initially wasn't working, he was able to go to plan B and execute. That's what you want to see. And that's the part that people don't be talking about. They only want to talk about how he was getting hit and taking hits in the fight. Man, he get hit, but some of those was blocked. Every shot he wasn't getting hit flush with everything. And he was given just as good as he was taking. And I think that's what people didn't expect to see. So that, as a result, some people felt like he lost the fight, or the judges, the scorecards was a little janky. Corn Conceição was Friday, and Joyce and Parker Saturday, was Serrano on the undercard. All good action, bro. October gonna heat up too. After this month gonna kind of finish strong, and then we got October to look forward to. We got some solid fights coming in October. For sure, Bam defense is dope for real. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think he was getting enough credit for it. Like, you gotta think you had a dude in there that is willing to fight back, and in doing so, he was throwing punching in combination. And like I said, he was landing his fair, number of shots, but some of those was going off gloves, elbows, and arms. Man, that dude is a smart fighter. He got a high IQ already for a 22-year-old. Like, that's why I see more things to appreciate about Bam than things to critique him about, if that's fair. I'm not saying he's perfect. There are several things you can critique him on. Several, right? You know what I'm saying? But I think there's more things to appreciate about him than there are critiques right now for me. You know what I'm saying? He 22 years old, 17 fights. He where he need to be. He might be a little ahead of the curve, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? So all you got to do is continue to put the work in, which I think he will. I think he got the right kind of trainer that's getting the most out of the skill set that he got. You know what I'm saying? And that dude firing on all cylinders, he a tough dude to deal with. Yeah, but all in all, the card, I think that undercard Saturday night was better than the main event. The main event didn't really deliver. And we're on to the next to see where these dudes go from here. As far as this fight, I believe is the 8th of October with Conor Benn and Chris Eubank. Like I said, if Chris Eubank ain't taking this fight serious, he's gonna find himself in trouble against that young lion, man. And I'm not saying Conor Benn is no world beater, but what I am saying is I think he's good enough to definitely pull off a win over an arrogant, Chris Eubank that could be potentially underestimating what that young man is bringing to the table. And I think if he do that, like I said, he going in there, his mindset is he can go in there 60% of himself and beat Conor Benn. So I'm saying if you stupid enough to do that, then you setting yourself up to lose. That's all I'm saying. And I respect Conor Benn work ethic because he been putting in that work. And he said Chris Eubank got daddy issues while he putting in work. October 15th going to be a huge day. By fact, Kurt, they making us choose. I hate that they did that. I wish they could have gave the women still their own day, so they didn't have to compete with the men. And one of the bros that I be kicking it with in the morning, Mo City, he had brought up an interesting point. He was saying what he think could be a potential play is the fact that you see how they got all these fights on the same day. You got Wilder, Helenius, you got Haney, Kambosos, then you got Shields and Marshall, and even Baumgartner and Mayer. Like he of the belief that they could potentially try to spin it like, instead of highlighting that it's gonna be crazy that all these fights are on the same day, they gonna try to spin it like, you see how these guys didn't sell. Told you these people don't sell. Told you nobody really cares about Wilder. Like, and it was just an interesting point, and I could see something like that. And I just don't think it's no coincidence that they put all these fights on the same date. Like they knew well in advance, Wilder and Helenius and Haney and Kambosos was locked in for the 15th. But this was like an audible that they had to call, and I just don't think they had to put it on the same date and make everybody compete with each other. Like, I do believe sometimes that too much boxing on at the same time is a good problem to have. But, nonetheless, I really would have liked to see this all women's card just get their own date like they had, so they could have just shined, just as a whole, where it really would have put the spotlight on women's boxing. But nonetheless, I think because of the fights that's on the card and the card being as good as what it is anyway, I think they're going to do well anyway. But a part of me feel like it's a chance that all of these cards equally could end up suffering because people are going to be forced to, I don't know, choose and pick which one. Like, you get what I'm saying? So we'll see how it shake out. Hopefully they all do well, you know what I'm saying? And they can't push the narrative that they don't sell. But I can most certainly see them pushing that. They've done worse, so we'll see how it shake out. But that's definitely a good day for boxing. That's going to be a lot of good fights to watch. Like I said, that women's card, I'm definitely going to make sure I watch that in full. I'm going to make sure I'm tuned in to them. That's why they call it the conflict. October 15 on the vid on my channel. Okay, I got to check that out, bro. I do. I got to make sure my notifications on too, so when you post it, I get it. I got you. I'm definitely gonna check it out. But yeah, man. Went Darrell 2 years. It's another one. It's another good fight. It's another solid fight for us fight fans, man. And learned a lot in that fight, but people will say he lost because it's the first time they saw him struggle. That makes it an L in some eyes. And again, yeah, and it's like that's how they're gonna look at it. To me, I don't look at it as he struggled. I just like he was in there with a guy that was willing to compete with him, and that's what you got. You got a good fight. He was tested. To me, you know what I'm saying? I feel like he was tested. You know what I mean? Dude, Gonzalez was not laying down, man. So definitely not an L. That's a winning. Because not only is it a win in the win column, and it was a win on the scorecards, and it's a learning experience and something I think he's gonna learn and get better from. So it's a win all the way across the board for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's bigger than the actual dub in the win column, to be honest. Because now he can build off that and learn from it. And I truly believe he's gonna get better. Hopefully they move on to the big events off that date. Yeah, I know, man. I wish they would and get the ladies their own date. Can't physically be in person at all three. You get what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? And it's like that's one of the issues as far as physical bodies. And then it's like, I guess even what can you watch? I guess you try to have them all on at the same time if you home. So it's like shit, it's tough. They the women their own date. Facts like that. That like the initial plan was just let them have their own date, man. Jake Paul fighting Nate next. Is he? Thought he was it ain't Anderson Silva. I think man, one of the more eye-catching shots, punches. Oh yeah, the scorecards, facts, bro. You ain't the first one, Jay, that said something about the scorecards. I'm with you on that. They got to start. Now, there's nothing wrong with, a fighter losing, but the scorecards, if the fight was competitive, especially as that was a lot of ebbs and flows, back and forth action, let the scorecards reflect that. Don't have these people fighting, you know what I mean, fighting their hearts out, and you don't even get to do it as fair shake. Because he damn sure farted his ass off. It wasn't no type of blowout. That shit could have been like a split decision, majority decision type deal. Definitely could have been that. His face was clean after the fight, and Canelo was a little swollen cut, and who's the one who threw more says a lot. Yeah. I did see a little bit. He did have a little something on him. I seen that. I did see that in the post fight. He had a little shrum on him. We did. Yeah, man. I say a lot, man. Them dudes passed it, and they duped us, man. They up that bread, man. It's cool. It's cool because Father Time is undefeated. So remember, Triple G probably learned that lesson last night. I mean, the other, Saturday night, and Canelo gonna soon learn it. If he don't learn by now, he's gonna soon learn. He will soon understand. But yeah, man, I think he gonna take another easy route. He's gonna give us another fight we don't want out there to announce Jake versus Silva. Yeah, I thought so too. Thought that's who he was fighting. When you say Nate, you mean Nate Diaz? I thought he was fighting Silva. 48-year-old Silva, I believe, too, at that. That's why I feel like at this point he playing with boxing, because he really not gonna fight nobody close to his age. He's just gonna keep playing these games, and I don't respect that. I think that's a little lame the way he doing it. You know what I'm saying? Fight somebody for real, bro. Stop trying to run up your record. And I think he know the minute he lose, I think that changes everything. I think the minute he lose, he probably retire. You know what I'm saying? He gonna run that bag up probably as much as he can on one end. I get it, but it's just like then the other end, me being a boxing supporter, like heavily diehard, I feel like you playing with the sport a little bit, man. And you running up a bag doing it. Just the one GGG is just fighting people beat on to have their resume. Yeah, he should retire soon. Facts, he should. Because If I see him get into it, and I wonder how much did this 68 thing situation affect him. I just wonder, yo. I'm not into making excuses, but I just wonder because he looks so like he just couldn't do it, couldn't pull the trigger. He just did not look. His body didn't look bad, but his body didn't respond well that night. And I want to see, the only reason I would want to see him one more time just to see like if that's really him now, like a guy that just ain't gonna pull the trigger in fights. Or was it just something Canelo did that had him? Or was it some agreement that they had that, you know, was he thinking about that 20 million too much? So it's just a real thing. It's a real possibility. Look what happened to Gamble. He just couldn't stop. It just become a win. Added to records, yeah, he did. That's a fact. And he's still fighting. I don't think he done after getting slumped by Pitbull Cruz. I think did he retire? I think he's still trying to fight. I hope he need to chill. He's gonna get hurt for real. Oh yeah, man. Just to wrap up, man. We demand better fights, and hopefully we continue to get them. Canelo can't be the face of boxing, ducking smoke with Mexicans and everybody that's gonna potentially challenge him. It ain't it. That ain't how the face should move, especially at 32 years old. If you ready to retire, just do that. GGG look bigger than usual. Not gonna lie, look at his physique and him ride a fight. He look better. Facts. Yep. That being at 68 just. I don't think that's the weight class for him. That's why he immediately said he's going back down to 160. Cash grab real quick. In way better shape there. Facts. It just don't look good. This 68 version of Triple G, just not a good look. I think Canelo loves golf more than boxing too. Doesn't seem like it's hard as in boxing for real. I think he rich, yo. And I somewhat could understand it. Where he came from to now, he going through the motions. He doing just enough in fights to me. He's pretty lazy, yo. Look at the picture you just noticed. Yeah. 68 really ain't for him at all. In no way, shape, or form is 68 for him. It just ain't I don't know. It's not a good weight class for him. Now he was a little bit like, I don't want to say like blown up. You know how they say he's like a blown up middleweight. You know what I'm saying? Saturday night against Canelo, like a blown up middleweight. That's what he looked like to me. Think GGG. Yeah, but I don't think he looked bad, but I just think he looked better at 60. And I think he just looked, I don't know. His body didn't respond, TBS. And I don't know if you've seen it like that. I felt like his body didn't respond. And I know some of it is father time and the age, but I just felt like, I don't know, possibly some of that could have just been him 68 just not being for him. I don't know. But I'll give him another fight to see if that's really the type of fighter he's going to become, like just reduced to a jab. I couldn't believe he went out there and threw all them jabs like that and nothing else. Like, he would not really let that right hand go every now and then. I'm like, what is this dude? How is he going to win with just jabbing? You're not going to beat no Canelo Alvarez like that. That shit just was unbelievable. Good in my opinion. Come on, what GG looks like. Oh yeah, he got it. Yeah, that chin always gonna save him, bro. He got an iron chin. He can't get hurt. Up on the panel, definitely, bro. I got you. When you going on, bro? Cause I was about to jump off in a second. Anyway, now I gotta go back to 160. He had meat hanging over the back of his trunk. Just little subtle shit, Jay. Just little subtleties. You know what I'm saying? Not nothing crazy. Cause like, just to put it in perspective, it's not saying his body looked bad, but you just able to see the slight little difference in him where it's just that ain't really the Triple G we used to. So it's like, I would like to see him. All right, bet 10 minutes, bet, no doubt. All right, bro, I got you. Yeah, so yeah, he definitely 160 is more suited for him, but then maybe that's why he stayed there for so long. But we gonna see. We're gonna see. Monica, salute, Queen. Appreciate you for stopping through. How you feeling? Yeah, that chin, his GGG got a beard on him for real. Appreciate you stopping through. Yeah, Chin Canelo threw full blown hooks, clean, didn't do nothing. Yeah, he came forward after. Yeah, this shit was crazy. I just didn't expect that. Yo, like these dudes did not hurt each other, man. Appreciate you. Great. That's good to hear. Glad you good over there, man. I was just wrapping up over here talking about a few things, both with Harvard, like two old white women. Yeah, Canelo had a little pep to his step at first. Skills it's for the first couple rounds, he had a little pep to him, and then after that, flat. Done. And Triple G was all like he was flat from the rip. He just did they didn't perform well. That for a trilogy, and I think they over, you know what I mean? They overplayed that hand. Them giving us that fight as late as they did, it hurt the possibility of the fight being a lot better than what it was. You know what I'm saying? That's just being real. You know what I'm saying? I think they gave it to us 3 years too late. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever exactly amount of time it was, but it's about 3 years, so whatever. So this wasn't a good look. You know what I'm saying? Straight boxers or old head boxer. Yeah. Look like a dude that just really passed it. Like really just hit past his prime, but just have enough still not to get knocked out because he got a granite chin, man. Triple G, yeah, I think so too, Monica. I really do. Now maybe you go down to 160 like a brand new man, I'm gonna be pissed off. If he go back down there and just get back to knocking somebody, I'm gonna be highly upset. I want to see if you don't go back. Don't forget how to fight and throw punches when you go back to 160, because you damn sure ain't know how to throw nothing but a jab. It's a Saturday night, buddy. Skills came in killing him. Came in killing him. Rodriguez was a fight. I couldn't believe he had to fight his way out. Yeah, Monica, real good fight. Yeah, Bam is the goods, man. And that's how you know he the goods, because when he got tested, he didn't fold. You get what I'm saying? That's what you want to see from a prospect. Like when they get put to a test or somebody force them to go to a plan B, they're able to do so successfully and figure some things out. And that's what he was able to do. And I'm just glad that he had an opponent that wasn't coming in there to be knocked out, man. I love when somebody fight back. Like that's why that fight was so good. That was a good ass fight. Love when somebody actually come in there and fight. That's giving you your money's worth. Because think about if that would have been another little quick or easy knockout for him. It's cool to see a knockout, but with a main event like what we had that lacked, it was very good that, you know what I'm saying? It was real good that he showed he got some fight in him, man. And he had a good game plan too. As salute the coach from Glove Up Boxing, as he had mentioned. He did have a hell of a game plan too. I definitely watch him again. And that's why I say I'm an advocate for supporting fighters win, lose, or draw, especially when they behave like fighters. Israel Gonzalez was a prime example of that. His Gonzalez trainer, I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. Hold on, because damn. It might be somebody we know. I'm not even sure. I don't remember. I have to go back and look. Canelo need that training. Yeah, man. He gotta either people gotta say Canelo slowing down or he lazy or both. Something going on with him. I think it's Canelo just wearing down after so many fights. But I'm not a fan of Banks. And me either, bro. I'm glad you mentioned that. I knew it was something I wanted to allude to because I'm glad you brought up trainers too, Monica, because hell no, Fate. I'm with you 1,000,000%, man. Hell no, he ain't good for Triple G, man. That I forgot to mention that. That might be an issue too, because I think he tried to change Triple G into like more of a boxer. Like, you know, if that makes sense. Like Triple G going there to hurt shit, like, and not necessarily try to outbox you for 12 rounds. That ain't been his MO for the majority of his career. Why would he try to make him? You get what I'm saying? I think he tweaked the wrong shit, man. That's a good problem, man. I mean, that's a real problem, I think. Bro, word up, man. That might be a real problem. Damn, I knew it was something. That's what it was, bro. I do not like he need Abel Sanchez. That dude need Abel. He did not look the same since he left him. No bullshit. He did. Triple G ain't look like the same fighter since he left Abel Sanchez. He could say or think what he want. He'd be a damn lie. He don't look like the the same intense. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, he don't look like he coming to really get you up out of there and hurt you. Look like he trying to go rounds and shit. Like, you get what I'm saying? Look how he approached that fight. Mad jab heavy. You not knocking Canelo out with no jab, bro. You got to know that. You fought him for 24 rounds, and you hit him with some of your best shit, and he still was there. So what made you think in the third fight, years later, all you needed was a jab? Like, I don't know who authorized that game plan, but Jonathan Banks don't need to be his trainer. Yeah, bro. I think he tweaked the wrong things, Fate. I think he tweaked the wrong shit. Like, you should have left well enough alone, bro. Triple G was fine going in there Kazakh style or whatever he call it and punching on shit, going to the body relentless. Like, you get what I'm saying? You ain't see none of that. Like, he really ain't want to do nothing but try to be extra technical, and that's like, he was too tech. That was weak, man. Too much, too jab heavy. You got super middleweight, bro. You gotta throw something other than a jab, bro. Jab ain't enough. He said he wanted to start the second half of the fight. Yeah, him and Abel was a good duo, man. I don't understand why he split with him. Oh, I think it was something with money, if I'm not mistaken. Now that you bring it up, I think it was something with money. I think Abel Sanchez wanted more money. I think so. Might have wanted more money, and I don't know if Triple G was what. I don't know. Triple G might have told him hell no. Triple G might have told him hell no to kick rocks. The next step for Canelo, do we fight Charlo or Benavidez? If he fights anybody less than them two boxers, it's a shame. Yeah, Monica. I don't think he gonna rematch Beagle, even though he telling people like he will. I don't think he want that smoke again, unless for some reason maybe if Beagle lose, then maybe he might go back and fighting. But as long as Beagle is undefeated, I don't see him going back in there with him. And even possibly if he lose, he probably never shared a ring with Beagle again. Charlo, he claims he won't fight Charlo. Benavidez is Mexican, or he at least coined as the Mexican monster. He said he ain't fight no more Mexicans. So that, but at the same time, I'm seeing people make videos saying he said he trying to be respectful, but he'll knock Benavidez out. So I want to see it. You know what I'm saying? He got to fight one of them. He has to. I don't know where he go from here. Or John Ryder probably. He probably fight John Ryder. GG wanted to try something new. Yeah, for 40 years old, boy, the only thing you try is found out a new way to get your ass beat, going 378 jabs all night and 4.5 right hands. Boy, what the hell your problem is? GG just called out Charlo. Did he? Bro, what's good, bro? Appreciate you sliding through. Did he? Because if he did that, I might have to do a video on that. I hope he did. I swear I hope he did. He called out Charlie. Yeah, if he did, I want to see it. Did he? I ain't catch that. And that will probably fight Ryder next. Yeah, that's what I was saying, Jay. Facts. He said he won Charlo belt. Okay, that good. Carl Hunter, what's good, bro? Appreciate you for sliding through. Damn, he said he want Charlo belt. Okay, good. Then we might have some action now. But towards the end, you can see he was trying to go back to his own style, but Banks probably told him to stick with his plan. You noticed that too in them late rounds, right? He started looking like he was trying to apply real pressure. He did. I seen the attempt to do it. Yeah, Banks and GGG just don't seem like a good matchup. It's not, Kurt. It's not, bro. It's not. I don't think they're a good match. I think he waited too long to try to change trainers. Abel should have paid Abel whatever he wanted. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you don't make the money. Pay that man whatever he worth. You know what I'm saying? And kept riding out with him. You and Banks is not a good combination, yo. It's just not. He gonna learn the hard way. Because I don't think he gonna get rid of Banks, and he actually should. And it's not so much Banks' fault. It's just they don't. To me, I don't think what he trying to teach Triple G or what he the game plan and strategy, like the little shit he tried to tweak, I think was the wrong shit. You tweaked his makeup, what makes him Triple G. Like you changed it. He really Gennady now. He's Gennady. You know what I'm saying? He ain't Triple G no more. That's Gennady. If that makes sense. He's Gennady. He's no longer Triple G. That nigga's Gennady Gennadievich. Never seen Banks in my life till he went with GGG. No disrespect. He used to be a fighter, Fate. I believe he was on the undercard. He was on that card of Broner Malignaggi, Jonathan Banks. I have to go back and double check, but I believe when he was still active, I believe me and my brother seen him fight. I think it was him. It was one of his last fights. I could have swore. I have to go back and double check. I don't want to be wrong, but I think Jonathan Banks was one of the fighters that night, and it was a boring ass fight. That was the most boring fight of the night. I remember that. It was a heavyweight fight, and it was very boring. I think it was him. I'm gonna go back and look. Andre just won payday year, right? You gonna do my boy Andre like that? I'm like, man, hold on. He try to shit on my boy Boo Boo Andre, man. I'm like, damn, Canelo disrespectful, man. That man will learn English and start talking crazy. He just learn English and start talking crazy, y'all. I'm like, goodness, man. Things try to change him to a defensive boxer and a boxer less than a brawler, but GG was a smart brawler. In fact, he was like a calculated killer. You know what I'm saying? The strategic killer in there. Like, why would you dare try to change that? And, like, you changed the wrong shit. I don't know if you got the memo, Jonathan Banks, but that shit you tweaked with Triple G ain't working. You liable to get him hurt the next time out because you playing with the wrong shit, man. You done tweaked the wrong shit. It ain't cool. You out there, you got that man getting punched on, fighting for his life, bro. I'm excited for this Shakur vs. Robson. Yes, sir. That's my Jersey native, man. That's my fellow Jersey and Shakur. So you know who I'm rooting for. 100%. Shakur gonna do work too. He definitely gonna do his thing. He should just work on his setups more instead. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. Delivering the power, not nullifying your own power. I ain't never see a fighter nullify their own power. It wasn't even nothing Canelo was doing. It was everything he was doing. Definitely masterclass performance, Carl. For me too. Definitely a masterclass performance I got from Shakur. Facts, but fate, yo. But facts. He should have setting up the power and delivering the shots and little, like you saying, setups. Like, I mean, to catch this dude obviously is not nullifying your own power. Like I said, I ain't never seen nobody do no shit like that.
Man, get the out of here, man. Please get the out of here, man. It's my night. You, man. Hey, get the out of here because I'm gonna you out right now, mother. Oh, look at this guy. Horrible fighter. Payday. You want payday? I know that.
He said, all right, look at this guy. Canelo, wow. Canelo crazy, yeah. He learned English and started talking bad shit, right? Then he get beat up by Beaver. He don't want to speak English no more. He crazy, yeah. It's crazy. Would have been great if GG went back with Abel for the trilogy facts. It would have been a good build up. Facts, all facts. Because it would have been him just going back to what he knows. So it wouldn't have been somebody coming in trying to change him all over again. You get what I'm saying? He just took him back to what he'd been doing. And he said that he was critical of his performances and how he looked. And I don't think that's sour grapes. I think he being honest. Like, he don't look the same without Abel Sanchez in terms of being an attacker. Like, I don't see that same killer instinct in Golovkin since he merged with Jonathan Banks. I just don't see it. Since Tank can't get Haney in 2 fights, Tank don't fight Chris Colbert and Tevin Farmer next, even though I believe Tank beats them both, Colbert and Farmer. So who gives Tank more of a fight? Shit. Man, that's a good one. Colbert should be, unless he's trying to get out of it, Colbert should be fighting Frank Martin next. But I did see him in Hector Garcia comment section trying to negotiate a rematch, telling him to hit his people up. It's an easy fight to make. I did a live on that too. saying it's Colbert, or a video. I did a video saying Colbert, right? He trying to duck smoke with Hector Garcia. I mean with Frank Martin. Goes on the card. Banks for Seth Mitchell. Yeah. See, good. Appreciate you, bro. That was a rematch too, I believe. That shit was super boring. Super boring. I think in the first fight, one of the two knocked each other out. But in this rematch, it was super boring, yo. Oh, that was the most boring fight of the night, yo. You said Banks' fight was a boring. Yeah, hell yeah, fake. That shit was so boring. Like, that was the night AB fought Malignaggi. AB fought at the Barclays. Me and my brother was there. That was a terrible fight that night. I was like, oh man, this is boring. No other fight was like that. I had seen J-Rock fight that night. J-Rock was on that card when he was still coming up. Got to see him fight before people really knew who it was. I need to look into that. They can say a lot of things. His style of coaching. Yeah, it could. Yeah, I just don't think he's good for Triple G. But he wasn't the best fighter either, though. He wasn't one of them. I don't think he was okay. Appreciate you, bro. Yeah, it was a rematch. I thought my memory was sharp enough. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I remember it just not being exciting. That fight was lacking, like bad in terms of energy. I'm like, damn, man. But it was cool because when AB got in there, he turned up, man. It was packed in there. The energy changed in there. That's when it was different once he was in there. Floyd was there, Bernard. It was a bunch of people there that night at Barclay. A lot of fighters was there. Man, but Canelo keep talking this shit like he won't smoke with one of these dudes. Yeah, he should. Yeah, should have been. I believe so, bro. I believe it was a heavyweight fight. I think it was, if I'm not wrong. I just remember that one. That one was killing me in terms of action. That shit killed the action. It was the card was flowing until it got to them dudes. I'm like, man, these dudes killing me. But all AB saved his show because when he come in dancing, big ass gold chains on. He had that gold ass, bright ass outfit, sparkly ass trunks and shit. AB was out there doing his thing. Yeah. I think that and it was crazy it was like I said, it being a rematch because I believe in the first one of them knocked the other out. I just don't remember which one won the first one. But not that rematch. That shit, man, they weren't throwing too many punches, tying up. It just didn't look good. Canelo versus GGG kind of reminded me of a fight. Seeing two drunk old dudes at the pub. I'm telling you, look like two dudes that just ain't in their physical primes no more. It ain't just Triple G. Canelo ain't look like he was in his prime last Saturday. Would you like to see a rematch in? Rematch. Rematch. I wouldn't mind seeing Gary Antoine Russell rematch Francis Bartholomew because there's some people that felt like that fight was stopped prematurely. I wouldn't mind seeing that as a rematch. That's another fight that I can't think of right now that I would like to see a rematch of too. But that's one right off the top of my head. Bartholomew and Gary Antoine. And I was just picking fights that fill his ego facts, yo. And meanwhile, trying to justify him by telling you the people that's really dangerous either ain't fight nobody or their resume is trash and they don't deserve a fight with them. It's like, dude, you can't fool us. We ain't casuals. We know at least what look like on paper a dangerous fight for you. And we damn sure know a John Ryder or something like that ain't it. We knew a 40-year-old Triple G wasn't going to be the guy to beat you. We knew that. Say Thurman versus Pac-Man. I believe Thurman will win. Yeah, that'd be a good fight if Pac-Man came back. I did hear something about somebody saying he said he was coming back. I don't know how true that is, though, but I hope he don't because somebody going to hurt him. We better chill. But, yeah, if that was possible, I would have liked to see that. Tio versus Cambosis. Oh, in a rematch. Yeah, that wouldn't be bad. That wouldn't be bad. See if he could get his lick back. Or Robson Conceição. I know he fights Shakur, but I wouldn't mind him getting his lick back over Valdez if they wouldn't cheat him. On his way out the door, he should fight Benavidez next, but we know he won't. Yeah, Carl. He ain't too fond of that Benavidez guy. He don't wants to fight him. I think Charlo Harbor and Canelo just talking shit. If he think, yeah, that's what I'm saying. And if Andre Horrible give him an opportunity, that's what I'm saying. I think now, after seeing him in these last two fights, I think fights with Charlo and Benavidez got that much tougher for him now. Now I think they gotten a lot tougher now. The way it looked, can't tell me because Charlo ain't gonna be nothing like no damn Triple G and not throwing no punches. Early turned down the fight with Cruz, bro. Yeah, he did with all that mouth he got. He got Cruz talking about he only wants Spence, Tank, and Broner. Like, man, I think I might do a video on that. If he don't get the hell out of here, you duck and smoke, Rolly. You duck and smoke, man, and I don't like it. I don't like it. Damn, that's a good one. That's the one, yo. That's the one I couldn't think of. Appreciate you, Kurt. That was it. Max Ion missed it, Gary Russell. And it's crazy because I said his brother and still couldn't think of that fight. Damn, that was the one, though. For sure that. For sure. Still another one out there that I'm thinking about. Danny versus Thurman. Yeah, at 50, say if they go to 54, too. Say if Thurman go up to 54 and fight him. That'd be interesting, too. I'll watch that joint. Thurman versus AB, battle of the big talkers, right? That AB get back and get his get back, you know what I mean? Get back in the spotlight and get him a good fight. We're going to see, man. It's going to shake out. Something going to shake, man. We're going to see. Thurman's still active, so he going to have to fight somebody soon, right? He going to have to fight somebody, y'all. And we're going to see who it is. We're going to see. I just hope I want to see what Boots' next stop is going to be. Boots. I want to see what's next for a lot of people. Thurman, too. Shit, man. I want to know when the EJ and Bud going to happen. It's a lot going on it's a lot that I want to know what's going on with Thurman or Bud. Oh, there's no doubt Bud to give Spence a better fight. Thurman, I think, is too past his physical prime. Are just enough past his physical prime where I think a Spence fight would be all bad for him stylistically. He might be able to compete early, but I think once Spence warm up, I think he'll mow Keith Thurman down. I think he'll break Keith Thurman down and stop him. With Bud, I think Bud would be a tougher challenge. Even though he got more fights, he had less injuries. You know what I mean? I think he's preserved his body a lot better. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be a little trickier, but Bud and Thurman would be a good fight. Even right now, believe it or not, if Thurman ain't too chinny, if he could take a little something there, that'd be a good fight because he still could punch. And Coleman and Nakatani and fight each other. Keep losing to the same people. Yeah, right. Right? Yeah, man. Coleman ass. He need it. Yeah, that him and what's the name just had a draw too, I think. What was it? Him and Pedraza. And I seen salute to Ashley's corner. I seen the Queen reported that Tio is supposed to be fighting Pedraza, I think, the 10th. So he getting out of this dude really won't fight Arnold Barboza is my problem. Like he really trying to avoid that smoke with that dude. Barboza on Teofimo Hills and he don't want to fight. Man, they still hating on Floyd. That shit is crazy, bro. Yeah, shit. Hopefully, shit. Tio versus Pedraza. Yeah, that's what she reported on. And I'm pretty sure that's probably the direction they're gonna go. I'm a little surprised because I feel like Pedraza just fought, but I guess being that he ain't take a ton of punishment, and you figure by December he probably be ready for another fight. So, I think that'd be a good test though. Now that I think about it, Pedraza probably get up for that fight too. I just hope he'd be able to do better than what he did against Comey. We're going to see. That seemed like a good fight. Seems like it might be a decent one, but again, the way T.O. talk, you would think he'd be going for nothing but the best of the best. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna see. You know how things change in boxing, so let's see. Because they hear somebody mention that he was gonna go the Arnold Barboza route, but more than likely he probably won't. Yo, yeah. Somebody say T.O. beat Floyd. Yeah, they crazy. That's because people really crave Floyd to beat T.O. ass right now. Like today, tomorrow, next week, next year too. Like, god damn it. And they won't be able to do nothing with Floyd. Floyd would be way too smart for that kid, man. Beat the hell out of Teofimo. And bigger than him as well. Like, what do people be thinking about? Beat Teofimo ass right now, man. They be calling that shit a cherry pick. Why you go beat up on that boy? They'd be like, why you won't fight Spence? Why you won't fight Bob? Okay. Why we beat up T.O.? That's what they'd be saying. You know that's what they'd be saying. They'd be pissed off, man. They'd be pissed off. They'd be pissed, man. But yeah, man, we got Shakur this Friday, man. So y'all stay tuned for that. You gotta, like I said, if I don't make it to the actual fight, I definitely be here to call him. But I want to make it there so I could get some footage too. Cherry pick. I'm telling you, I be calling him a cherry pick. Why you cherry pick T.O.? She fooled me. Never want to fight. Why ain't fight EJ? Why? Tell him to fight Canelo again. They'd be mad as shit. They just credit Floyd, but don't mention they called all the way from 130, yeah, beat people in their natural weights. That's a fact. He always fought fighters that's usually bigger than him too, and demolished them, yo. Stans D was good with it. When people compare active young fighters to the likes of Floyd, Oscar, etc., it's just opinion. Yeah, it's funny to me though when they compare them. Because I don't really like to do it. I've just said it because bro just said somebody said T.O. would beat Floyd, and I'm like, man, Floyd would kick T.O. ass right now. That shit would not be worth happening. Appreciate you stopping through too, Brody. Yeah, man. We got Shakur to look forward to. Like I said, thank Jahad Tucker on that card and Bruce Shushu Carrington too. So that's gonna be a solid card, man. And that's what boxing need to get back to. Stop giving us because a lot of times we be just talking about fights, and I understand that, but what they need to get back to giving us good cards, not just good fights, good cards. You know what I'm saying? The main event fire, the 2-3 undercard, you know what I mean? 2-3 fights before that is fire. Like that's how that need to be. It don't need to just be top heavy where the main event is good or they banking on the main event saving the card. Nah, it should the whole event should be good. Like people pay their money, the whole card should be good, not just one fight. And the damn main event shouldn't be getting outshined by the co-main and you know what I mean, or the opener. Prime Oscar would beat most of the top fighters today. Yeah, Prime Oscar was a beast, fake. I'm telling you. And he worked hard. Yo, Prime Oscar was really good for people that don't know, even though he's like weird now. But when he was an active fighter and in his prime, he was damn good. He was one of the best out there for real. Oscar was nice. That's why they kill me when they be like Ryan Garcia and not know that he is not the next Oscar. Don't put that on Oscar. That's disrespectful to Oscar, believe it or not. I ain't talking about the Oscar De La Hoya, the promoter. We talking about the prime Oscar De La Hoya, the fighter. Ryan Garcia is nowhere near close to that dude. He didn't accomplish shit, nothing. Oscar De La Hoya could really be talking so much shit when it comes to Ryan and what he's accomplished as opposed to, you know what I mean, where Ryan at right now. Man, that shit is different. He'd beat a lot of dudes. Which retired fighter you think could beat some of these fighters right now? Floyd or Ward to beat a lot of these dudes right now. Especially if Andre Ward is like, his knees or something ain't too bad. Like, they just different. Those dudes are one of ones, man. Like, they special fighters. I'm glad. And what make them special is not just them being undefeated. It's the fact that not only was they undefeated, they did things on their terms. They challenged themselves against some of the best fighters in their era, and they retired on their terms. But they, in terms of like could they beat some of these fighters today? Hell yeah. Them two names right there to beat a lot of ass today. They just smart. Like those two are prime examples of how you don't have to be the biggest, tallest, strongest, you know what I mean, fastest, none of that. But if you are the smartest, you win. And those dudes are the epitome of that. Floyd and Andre Ward, not being the biggest punchers, not being, you know, Floyd's, you know, crazy reflexes and speed, but it's even some people that you could argue that's faster. So I mean, but it ain't too many people that you could really argue, if any, that's smarter than Floyd Mayweather. And the same thing go for Andre Ward. Oh, the boy Oscar De La Hoya, Ryan should not compare. Yeah, hell no. He'd kill him, yo. He'd really do him dirty. Like you said, Fate, in about three rounds or so, or less. They'd do him dirty. Prime Oscar. Beat the hell out of Ryan Garcia. I agree, Kurt. Yeah, they definitely do. They do. They got some of the best in the game for sure. And I like them. And I like the fact that we being able to see all of them pretty much perform. You know what I'm saying? We getting a chance, opportunity to see all these dudes. Yeah, Oscar got a hell of a resume. He challenged himself a lot. Yo, he fought the who's. He ain't ducked no smoke and none of that. Oscar was different when he was a fighter. You know what I'm saying? He was different. He could fight his ass off. The minute I stopped liking him, it pretty much is when him and Floyd fought. Like, because he just was so salty after that. And I thought that whole situation was weird because Floyd Sr. was training Oscar De La Hoya. And I always was tripped out by that. I don't give a damn how much y'all beefing. How you going to train somebody to beat your son? Like, that's by far the dumbest, wildest shit ever, man. God, that's dysfunction on another level. How the hell you going to train somebody else to beat your son? God damn, then had the nerve to say when they asked who you thought won, you said you thought De La Hoya won. Get your ass out of here, Floyd. De La Hoya slowed down, man. And Floyd started picking him apart. Picking his ass apart down the stretch, man. Like midway through the fight, he started picking De La Hoya ass apart. So shit started looking surgical. De La Hoya had some real success early on in them earlier rounds, but that shit just was a matter of time before Floyd figured him out, started piecing his ass up. For real, for real. Oh yeah, man. Just to wow, he can help Oscar. Yeah, he really helped Oscar versus Floyd. Word up. Floyd Sr. He was in Oscar corner. I couldn't believe that shit. And then they asked him who you thought won because the fight was close and competitive because Oscar could fight his ass off, like I was just saying. But he said he thought Oscar won. I was like, yes, get the hell out of here. Now, yeah, Oscar Kurt got a hell of a resume, bro. He do. Make no mistake about it. Like a lot of people, I think, you know, some people that know Oscar the fighter, but I don't think they know enough of him. Like, he really was a good ass fighter, man. Like, he a weirdo now, but he's a hell of a fighter. For sure he was. Whoa, okay. Oh yeah, all that hugging and patting each other on the backs. Assholes. But yeah, man, just to wrap up, man, I'm gonna hold y'all here too much longer. Chris Eubank better get his shit together. Facts, drugs got the Oscar and the cross-dressing. Drugs and alcohol for sure, though. That cross-dressing got a little crazy for Oscar. Oh, yeah, me too. No doubt about it, Kurt. Definitely Roger was the better trainer, in my opinion, for Floyd. I mean, they got a lot done. And because of that, and he know that, though. He knew that. He took over, and that was like the best thing that could have happened for Floyd. That shit was, the dudes was like the match made in heaven, man. But yeah, man, just to wrap up, Eubank better get his they happy they just did a bank robbery. Facts, they got us 20 million, 45 million, 65 million dollars they generated. Are they gonna walk it home with together? You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna see. That shit was mid. Always, Monica, I appreciate you always coming through to add something to the conversation. I appreciate everybody in the building that's stuck with this 2 hours. some change with me, y'all smash that like button if y'all haven't. It's early. I just wanted to get this one out the way. I ain't even planning to make this long, but it's all good when the family's here. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all smash on that button, and I'm gonna let y'all get up out of here. Like I said, Chris Eubank better get his shit together. If he underestimating Conor Benn, he gonna find himself getting upset, mess around and get stopped too. He out here talking about 60%, meaning not he ain't talking about the purse split and money. He talking about he only need to be 60% of himself to beat Conor Benn. I think if that's his mentality for real, and he going to the fight like that, he gonna get his ass beat. Yeah. He did his facts because you pussy. He got to stop a fact. So he gonna fuck around and get stopped, fate. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. I think Bellamy taking shots at EJ was low. You know what I mean? Low hanging fruit is weak shit. You hating on EJ, or you ain't even necessarily hating. You just saying negative shit, little weird shit to make Crawford feel good. Talking about middleweight. You don't even know your weight classes. Get your information correct. You don't know what the hell you was talking about in that interview. You was just riding dick. And it was weak. EJ still the man. Bud signed a contract. I don't want to see you do no more interviews. And I still rock with Bud, win, lose, or draw. I want to see them two dudes both get paid so they could fight. And that's just that. And neither one of them scared of each other. The best man made the best man win. Yeah, Bill is a weirdo for taking that shot at Spence. But, you know, we here to put it in perspective and call sucker shit out when we see it. Just ego up there for no reason. That's all it is, you know? That's all it is. Just ego at this point, I think. It ain't a matter of being scared. Hopefully, whatever business they need to get straight, they get it straight so we can see the biggest fight in boxing, despite what anybody talking about. Like I said, may the best man win. I'm going to support either fighter, win, lose, or draw. Bill, you a sucker. Conor Benn is on Chris Eubank's ass. He said he got daddy issues. Eubank out here eating dessert, but his father crying about a weight cut. Meanwhile, your son is contradicting everything you're saying by going out. He enjoying his birthday, doubling up on desserts, talking about 60% of himself to beat Conor Benn. I think he's going to make a grave mistake. He fuck around, get himself stopped. As for Hendrick Canelo, hopefully in 2023, as he put it, he hurt. He'll be back in 2023. I hope he finally give us a fight we want. I hope it's David Benavidez. You keep saying what you'll do to him, and he ain't fought nobody this and that. Well, like he said, you ain't fight nobody when Mayweather gave you the opportunity for real either. So you're a hypocrite. He said, stop whining, get the fans what they want. And I agree with him 1,000,000%. But, you know, that's my just due on it. Appreciate y'all in the building, man. Y'all smash the like button on your way out, man. It's early. So, I like to double up. So I might be back later with another live. Y'all stay tuned. Until the next one, y'all, I'm up out of here. Peace.